Oh, we're live. Oh man, what's up? It's been a while. I leave, go on vacation, come back. 3 days later, gotta leave and go to a funeral or celebration of life. It's kind of one of those things, chat, one of those things. But I'm here. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be amazing. Let's get this show started.
Like flesh or shadows crawl, Caint rules and will never fall. Heavy crown, heavy chains, king of chaos driving insane. Rise up, feel the grind, twist the clock, lose your mind. Caint, he's the ruler of the faint. Caint, broke through the cafe, now unconstrained. Oh, he's the beast you wanna tame, standing tall with a 6'5" frame. Caint. Masked in smoke, crowned in flames, he whispers riddles, plays his games. Threads of gold burn in his grip. Truth gets twisted, it starts to slip. Run now, hear the call. Caint's kingdoms will never fall. Rise up, feel the grind. Twist the clock, lose your mind. Caint, he's the ruler of the faint. Caint, broke through the cafe, now unconstrained. Oh, he's the beast you wanna tame, standing tall with a 6'5" frame. Caint. Masked in smoke, crowned in flames, he whispers riddles, plays his games. Caint, he's the ruler of the faint. Caint, broke through the cafe and now unconstrained. Oh, he's the beast you wanna tame, standing tall with a 6'5" frame. Caint.
Hope you're all doing awesome. Hope you're all doing amazing on this Tuesday, September the 23rd. I know it's been a while, been a minute, but I ain't got nothing else planned. I should be here for quite a while. Well, no, I lied. October, we got to go for my wife's birthday. I'm taking her to Universal for the new Epic or whatever the fuck. We're going to go there in October. But after that, I'm good. This weekend, I plan on doing a very long stream, like just because, right? But that stuff's going to be in the plans. It's coffee time. Call me lazy. These are so fucking good, right? These are so fucking good. The white chocolate double shot energies. Oh, God, they are amazing. Shout out Starbucks. Not a sponsor. Shout out King Cobra. I don't know if any of you guys saw the King Cobra memorial that his father did. It was kind of sad, man. It was like an hour and some change of just pictures of Josh and just stuff going on and people, writing letters to him to say their goodbyes and everything. It was definitely sad. Definitely sad. But we got some catching up to do, guys. We got some catching up to do. The docket team, shout out them. Put together all these things for me to watch to kind of catch up on what's been happening. Because they say in the LCU, one day is like a month and 1 month is like a year. So it's always changing, evolving, and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and get straight into that, shall we? Oh, man. So before we do that, let's get into the Caints. Shout out Seek for doing this for me. So a kite surfer's harness fails while he is several stories high in the air. That's not good.
I was thinking, oh shit,
Bruh.
I'm fucked.
Bruh.
shit.
That is no bueno. I mean, I think that'd be fun. Like, if you knew that was going to happen, that'd be hilarious and fun, I think. But, you know, I just want to watch this real quick.
Oh, shit.
Like, bro.
Fuck.
That free fall, fun as hell.
Oh, shit.
Like a roller coaster, bro. I hate roller coasters. Because I'm a big dude, right? So I fit in like half the chairs as it is because they're not meant for 6'5", 280-pound dudes. It's not meant for that. But, you know, then I already have neck problems and blah, blah. Y'all know what it is. All right. Of a boombox. This is r/shitty absolute units. What the fuck is this? What am I watching? What the fuck does Seek have me watching? Bro. Yikes. Yikes. One more time. Yikes. You already know the setup is fucked up because you have the cliff there already. Like, who would do that in their damn right mind? But, yeah, like that. Yeah, you're fucked, bro. You're fucked. GG's. Hopefully you survived. He probably got fucked up, but hopefully you survived. Seeing a white person for the first time, this should be good.
Are they scared of us?
Not many police come here.
Run, the kids are running away. She wants us to run.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Oh, man. I know usually you see like on the reverse, right? Like it's fucked up, right? But like, you know, like when white people see a black person for the first time, like the memes like from like back in the day or whatever. Like I remember like the old timey movies and shit used to have like, you know, like always like a black man essaying a white woman and like everybody was just an uproar just because of the whole racism shit back then. But this is actually kind of hilarious.
Hey.
Bro.
Ouch.
I mean, to them, it's like a ghost, probably, right? You know, like a ghost. And she's pale as fuck to begin with. Like, let me see what this chick looks like. Yeah, she pale as fuck. Ain't she a redhead, bro? Like, straight up, she pale. They probably think it's a ghost, straight up.
Run, the kids are scared.
That's hilarious.
These kids are smart. They know what white people do, you know.
There it is. So, GG's to white people, right? Ha ha. Just kidding. So something that was interesting, like the IRL news section that we looked at. So I don't know if you're car people or not, but Ford is moving their plant for the first time in 70 years. Stop, shut up. First time in 70 years they're moving, bro. Like, this is wild. So this is their normal headquarters as of right now, right? They call it like the glass house because of all the windows and shit. But yeah, they're literally moving a few miles down the road and they're trying to invest more into like, you know, American jobs and all that. It's right here. Ford invests $5 billion in Kentucky and Michigan plants for new affordable electric pickup truck production. So if y'all remember, I think they were going with like the Mustang, the Ford F-150 and like one other car. They want to get down to just those three models of car. And right now with the electric boom happening and all that shit, they're trying to make things more affordable because frankly, Teslas, they're just not affordable for people. And also the battery in Teslas, it's a bitch to replace. Like it can be very, very costly, I should say. So the building will be a larger campus and will take the name of the current headquarters. Henry Ford II was the grandson of founder Henry Ford, who served from CEO to 1945 to 79. When complete, Ford said 14,000 employees will be within a 15-mile walk of the building. So you got to get these people to fucking apply, bro, and want to work. Because, you know, when the whole C virus thing happened, and there was the great the great resignation is what they called it, when people just quit and work and all that shit. A lot of people, man, they don't want to do blue collar type work, and it's just it's fucked. I hate it, but what are you gonna do, right? And then so then they came up with the Heritage Fleet, which was basically President Eisenhower was there to dedicate the whole life on closed circuit TV for the first building or whatever. So they're coming out with just to commemorate the OG Ford and all that other shit. So it'd be interesting to see what it looks like. I'm not a big Ford guy, never have been, But we'll see what happens. But shout out Ford. One good thing for YouTubers anyway is that they're talking about reinstating YouTube accounts that were censored for political speech. We all remember when Biden did that for the COVID-19 content, because for a while you couldn't even say COVID-19. You couldn't say shit about it, or else you get flagged or whatever because of the whole political bullshit from back then. Because it's sad when anything that happens in this country, everything has to turn political, right? Literally everything. And, it is what it is. Google vowed on Tuesday to offer YouTube accounts that were permanently banned for political speech the ability to be reinstated, which is, it's really good. The big tech giant admitted that it once faced pressure from the Biden administration to remove content about COVID-19. There you go. So, when I say C virus, a lot of people said C virus or whatever. They had little nicknames for it, so the algorithm wouldn't pick it up, or the auto mod or whatever wouldn't pick it up. But yeah, it's dumb, bro. The new policy from Google, also known by its parent company, Alphabet, could affect both average viewers and well-known figures like FBI Director, blah, blah, White House counterterrorism chief, blah, blah, and the War Room podcast host, Steve Bannon, whatever, all of whom were permanently banned in recent years for COVID-19 or election-related content. Now, one thing about this is you're coming off, the unfortunate events with Charlie Kirk, right? And we all saw what happened with Jimmy Kimmel and, being indefinitely suspended, should be coming back, which we got an article about that too. But when you get into political speech, politics is one of the things that divide people the most. And a lot of times with politics, it's you either got to pick one side or the other, right? It's very hard to have a voice and be a moderate. You know what I mean? I personally, I'm an independent. I think both parties are fucked economically and whatever. I go more towards conservative. Like, I believe in the nuclear family. I always have, always will. I believe that money should stay in the economy and not getting shipped out to all these other fucking countries. We need to take care of ourselves first because we kind of need it right now. But then socially, I'm more liberal because I think people have the right to live their lives how they want to. That's kind of where I fit in. It's kind of one of those things where if you don't judge me, I don't judge you. And that's kind of where I leave it. All right, live and let live. But, politics on YouTube and really any kind of social media, they get a lot of views and a lot of clicks from supporters and hate watchers, right? It'll be interesting to see when these channels start coming back, like what exactly happens and what they tend to cover, what they want to cover, So it is what it is. We'll find out. So speaking of Jimmy Kimmel, he's supposed to return to air today. Jimmy Kimmel returned to his late night show on Tuesday. The Walt Disney, I fucking hate Disney, by the way. The parent company of ABC stated in a statement on Monday, last Wednesday, we made the decision to suspend production on the show to avoid further inflaming a tense situation at an emotional moment for our country. It is a decision we made because we felt some of the comments were ill-timed and thus insensitive. We have spent the last days having thoughtful conversations with Jimmy, and after those conversations, we reached the decision to return the show on Tuesday. The network previously announced that he was going to be banned indefinitely. Living my life with the five. Good to see you back. Glad to know you're staying for a while. Are there more Ken shows coming, or are the rumors wrong? Yeah, so I'm gonna talk about that. But yeah, we're talking about the sports channel I want to make. But we'll talk about that. But thank you, Living My Life for the five. I appreciate you. So, it is what it is. We'll see what happens. We'll see what he returns and what he says. So, Denmark airport got shut down because of drones. Drones is one of those weird things, man. And it can be looked at as a hobby because some people have drones for hobbies and all that. People also use them for nefarious purposes. Like I always said, like if I have kids and they're in the backyard playing and there's some drone above them watching them or could be watching them, I'm gonna get that motherfucker down. Like, fuck that. You're not doing that shit. They're also used in war for like the unmanned drones with fucking like grenades and IEDs and shit on them. So you can just crash that bitch, cause damage, and no lives lost, right? Or no lives lost on the enemy side. But regardless, let's get into this. Flights at the Copenhagen airport resumed early Tuesday after being suspended or diverted overnight because of drone sightings. Police reported 2 to 3 large unidentified drones were seen Monday night forcing outgoing flights at Scandinavia's largest airport to be grounded and others diverted to airports nearby. The airport has reopened after being closed due to drone activity. However, there will be delays in some canceled departures. Passengers are advised to check with their airline for further information, the airport said. So, yeah, these are just them checking it out, all the bullshit. The number, size, flight patterns, time of the airport, all this together indicates that it is a capable actor. Which capable actor, I do not know. So they do think it was for some nefarious purposes, as far as whatever. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So there's a Colombian rapper who was, I guess, that was on a tour, and he was found dead in Mexico. I just heard about this. Let's see. A Mexican rapper who went missing while on tour in Mexico has been found dead and identified by the family. Rapper, this dude, what's that? Bayron Sanchez, who used the stage name B King, disappeared with Colombian DJ colleague, what's that? Jorge Herrera, on September 16th as they left the gym in an exclusive neighborhood of Mexico City. Their manager told Colombian radio. Prosecutors said they found another body on the 17th, presented similarities with that of Herrera, who had performed under the stage name, what's that? Reggio Clown. His body has yet to been formally identified. So there you go. Cartels don't fuck around, bro. They do not fuck around. And if there was some other nefarious reason for that, Trump and the Tylenol, I can't, bro. That's the dumbest fucking take I've ever heard of in my life. That shit would be off the shelves right now if that was true. Oh, man. It's also the same dude that sped run Operation fucking whatever the fuck for the C virus vaccine to hurry up. What was that, lightning speed, I think it was? That's fucking stupid, bro. It's all stupid. Last but not least, before we get into LCU stuff, Amazon faces trial this week over whether it duped people into rolling into Prime membership. I've heard a lot of this in the past, right? Where people were basically enlisted into the Prime membership and didn't realize it. And then when it started like auto-renewing or whatever, they couldn't figure out how to cancel it. So I guess they're going to be dealing with that. The case announced by the FTC in 2023 centers on claims that Amazon engaged in what the agency said amounted years-long effort to trick millions of customers into automatically renewing their Prime memberships, specifically by using user interface designs that were manipulative, coercive, or deceptive. When it announced legal action against Amazon 2 years ago, the FTC said consumers who use Amazon to make purchases were presented with numerous options to subscribe to Prime, but it was less clear on how to buy an item without signing up for a membership. So they do push that shit because the Prime Day shipping, a lot of them do that. They try to show like how much money you'll save and blah, blah, this, that, and the third. They also want to push their Prime Video and whatever, the Twitch membership that you can gift or whatever. It's deceptive sales. That's all the shit is. It's dumb, but, you know. In some cases, the button for Amazon users to complete their purchase did not clearly indicate they were also agreeing to enroll in Prime. The government's lawsuit also alleges that Amazon obfuscated, whatever that means, the process to cancel a Prime subscription by forcing customers to jump through several hoops to end their membership. An FTC spokesperson declined to comment on the case. Well, there you go. What are you going to do, bro? What are you going to do? So, apparently, SS Sniper Wolf claimed to Caint that her ex-husband is suing her for control of her social media and future earnings. Well, GG's, bro. We'll see what happens. That's what happens when you got OF and, you know, social media personalities with money that get it through various outlets. And, you know, the not even the husband, the spouse or whatever, can claim some sort of like damages or alimony or something like that. She revealed the details on their complex split during a guest appearance on Caint's Marathon 3 stream. Bro had the biggest fumble in history. That's funny as shit. So we'll see what happens with that. Ain't no telling what it'll be. So there's a major point of contention right now because I guess the WWE is doing their inflation and all that shit and ticket prices and all that. So here's the wild part about it, right? So for Section A on the floor is going to be $9,000. Section B on the floor is going to be $3,800. 101 is going to be 2,200, and then you see fucking rafters are damn near $1,000 each. So when you look at fees and all that bullshit, they're going to pretty much be $1,000 a piece for fucking rafters. And a lot of times when you sit in those rafter seats, you have to look at the fucking Titantrons in the screens to really see what's happening. That's wild to me, bro. That is wild. Like, the amount of greed is crazy to me. So Carpo and X, you can zap and yeet people off mortars in Battlefield 6 using the recon drone. I'm actually super excited for this game. I'm probably going to do some gameplay of this. I'm super excited for this game. That's hilarious. That is fucking hilarious. I ain't trying to get dinged for copyright or some shit. But, Bro Survive, what up, bro? Appreciate you being here. That's funny. I'm going to have so much fun in that game. I really am going to have so much fun in that game. So Hassan, his infinite fucking wisdom, reacts to Donald Trump calling out influencers in his speech. Influencers and others who greeted, Bro Survive, thank you for joining the Caint Alliance. I greatly appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Let's just get into it. Influencers and others who greeted with sick approval, excuses, or jubilation spent the last 8 years trying to sit moral judgment. You know the names. They are major losers. Let's see what my man with the infinite wisdom, unmatched, can fucking say to this.
And then he just will add on, Charlie loved it when I did this stuff over and over again.
Influencers and others in our society who greeted his assassination
Wait,
with sick approval,
What?
excuses, or even jubilation. You've heard that. So have I. Couldn't believe it.
He's coming
Some of the
after
very same
influencers.
people who spent the last 8 years trying to sit in moral judgment of anyone who disagreed with them about politics suddenly started cheering for a murder. Incredible.
Yeah.
You know the name.
Trump ain't wrong, bro. I'll give him that. He definitely ain't wrong. A lot of the ultra fucking left was fucking cheering it on and just saying how it was such a great thing that this happened. And whether I agree with people or not politically, no one should be killed, right? Unless you're trying to do like some World War II leader shit. You're trying to have some coup or something. But like just people speaking their, like saying what they want and having a following and they're trying to do it the right way, they shouldn't be killed for that. Like, no. The only people that should be, you know, whatever for their speech is the Man Love Boy Association. All of them should just be nuked. But, you know, outside that, bro, like, if it's like political, you're giving your takes or saying whatever, like, who cares, bro? Who cares?
They're major losers, by the way. That will be proven out in a short period of time. Some of the very people who called you a hater for using the wrong pronoun were filled with glee at the killing of a father with two beautiful young children. And the same commentators who this week are screaming fascism over a canceled late-night TV show where the anchor had no talent and no ratings, last week were implying that Charlie Kirk deserved what happened to him. No side in American politics has a monopoly on disturbed or misguided people.
God.
But there's one
All I'm gonna say is, bro, like, imagine if it happened to the other side, what the fuck would happen in the outcry, you know? It's, people don't put themselves in other shoes, and that's the problem. You know, you only focus on yourself, right? You don't think about if the shoe was on the other foot, how would they react? And a lot of people can't look in the mirror, you know what I mean? They can't ask themselves that question, you know? But that's my man right here.
part of our political community which believes they have a monopoly on truth, goodness, and virtue, and concludes they have also a monopoly on power, thought, and
I love
speech.
Donald Trump, Mr. President.
That's
I love
not
you so
happening
much.
anymore. We've turned that
Yeah,
corner
okay.
very quickly. Tragically, atrocities of this
There's the chair stream. There's the chair stream. Does he come back? Oh, God.
kind of thinking. If speech is violence, then some are
think we're good. I
bound
think
to
we're good. I think
conclude
we're
that
good.
violence is
We might be
justified.
safe.
Dude's a fucking clown, bro. Hassan, fucking clown, bro. I can't. I truly can't. Destiny is the official R word of the week. I heard he got demonetized and all that shit. That's wild, but I get it. But, you know, our boy Yeet, retard cast on Destiny on a truly massive week of retardation. Shout out, bro. T-Berry, Kimmel got his job back because it's all about freedom of speech. Exactly. And I'm going to tell y'all, bro, like the wild thing about free speech to me is, you know, everyone wants it. Everyone wants to be able to say their opinions and all that shit. And I get it, right? We should be able to, you know, like people fought and died for that freedom. But a lot of times when you hear people really bitch about freedom of speech is when they can't say hate speech. You know what I mean? That's the funny part to me. Like, I'm just going to flat out say it. Like when a lot of white people are told they can't say the N-word, they like to bitch about freedom of speech. Like, come on, bro. Like you have freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want, but when shit happens to you, don't be a bitch and just call the cops. You know what I mean? Like let's what's the saying? Let's let your ass cash the checks your mouth writes, or your ass can't. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't remember the exact saying, but something about, you know, if you're going to say something, be about it, stand on it, and deal with whatever comes with it, you know? Lunchbox with the 5. I don't know who writes Trump speeches, but they need a raise. Straight up, bro. That was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. Oh, man. So Facebook has started paying $725 million in settlements over mishandling private data U.S. users active 2007 to 2022 who filed claims will receive about $30. So, you know, if you feel your information was used incorrectly, go ahead and get your $30 from Facebook. Hopefully that makes it all right. You know what I mean? So shout out $30 from Facebook. ISO Speed nearly passed out on a ride. Let's check that out.
It's about to drop.
Lunchbox, don't let your mouth write checks your ass can't cash. Thank you so much. I had a boomer moment, guys. Just for you. Just for you. The Boomer Report lives. All right. Let's watch ISO Speed about to pass out.
Oh, shit! What the... Oh, fuck! Oh, shit! What the fuck? Oh, shit! Oh! My dick!
My dick. I feel their pain, bro, because a lot of them seats, you're so fucking like in there and tight in there, you got no room to move. And whenever you do move, your body just shakes, bro. Fucking your neck and your back starts hurting, your dick hurts. I get it. Trust me. I totally get it. Look at that freeze frame. Look at that freeze frame, bro. That's fucking beautiful.
I hurt my crotch. What the fuck? Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Oh, shit. What the fuck is this ride? I'm getting out of Utah, my nigga. Oh, hell no.
They're in Utah.
Oh, God.
Something else with me, because since I'm tall, like I know it's not going to happen, but I'm always definitely afraid of my head hitting something, you know, because whenever you go, you do like a downward, like a drop or whatever. There's always those bars right there. I always feel like I'm like my head's going to hit something. I'm just going to fucking just be incapacitated. There's that one at Disney, what, like Space Mountain or some shit, where you're like in the 2-person fucking thing and it's in the dark and you see flashing lights and shit. I feel like I'm gonna hit my head on something in that fucking ride. I can barely fit in the little like spaceships or whatever to begin with. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. That's crazy.
Holy shit.
GG's, bro. GG's. Tom Holland rushed to the hospital after a botched stunt while filming a Spider-Man Brand New Day. He's believed to have suffered a head injury and is treated for a concussion. A female stunt double also reportedly injured. Filming has been put on hold. Well, hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he's okay. Not the biggest Marvel fan because it's just dumb in my opinion, but you know. Oh, God. Well, Destiny in the doubling down. He calls it a N-word, those people rally. This Charlie Kirk's memorial is indistinguishable from a blank rally, and fuck anyone who wants to pretend it's not. Well, Destiny continues to double down on comparing that, and here we go. The turning point. I can't, bro. I can't. And then... of course. Yep. Gotta love free speech, right? I'm kidding. Totally kidding. Oh man, the beautiful part about free speech though is some of the shit that people say. I tell everyone, bro, go to another country and say that shit and see what the fuck happens to you. Like we saw yesterday on fucking Locale Live when they were talking about fucking like UK, like I guess like a woman's daughter looked at a post and was skimming it or whatever. It could have been an accident. We don't know because of how like X and all that shit works. They want to come and fucking confiscate her shit just for looking at a post. Like that's wild to me, bro. Destiny defends a transgender audience member after an attendee randomly called them out.
The guy that shot Charlie was a Republican.
Can you answer me this?
Wasn't.
If trans people are such effective assassins, why did we kick them all out of the military?
Looking at this one right here, I want to give this fucking thing a gun.
Bruh. I mean, argue free speech, yeah, I mean, but that's part of it. You can be an asshole. That's part of it, right? It works both ways. Doug Savano's a Canadian too. Good morning, Ken. Appreciate you, Doug. Thank you for being here, brother. Pizza Soup Comedy, people fall right in line easily. Well, yeah. I mean, I was that person. I was in the army, bro. That's what you're taught. You do what you're told, bro. But I get it.
Get the fuck out of here. Get this fucking loser out of here. Are you serious? Why are you pointing out people in the audience and bullying people? Are you serious? I can take it. Bully me. I'm up here, okay? Make fun of me, all right?
They said.
I mean, like I said, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I mean, if you want to be an asshole, be an asshole. But I mean, I've never been a bully person. Like I don't like people that bully other people. That's just never been my thing. Obviously, like, you know, when you're in the LCU, it just kind of goes along with it, right? But at least they're being paid to be bullied. Like, you know, when people just talk shit to people just because, or they feel superior to them just because they can talk down to them. I've never been a fan of that. Never. All right. Han Solo, he was within his right to call someone out, but everyone else was in the right to escort him out. Bad taste going after fellow audience members. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, bro. Everyone has the right, and no one should be censored. I get that, except for Mambla. But the thing is, when people want to argue free speech back and forth, you're only going to try to outdo the other person. And that's when the pot starts to boil. And eventually it's going to boil over, right? And then someone on one side is going to act on the other side because of words. And, you know, yeah. All right. Elon Musk spotted sitting along during the Charlie Kirk's memorial. Should he have personal security too? So there goes Elon Musk right there. By himself. I mean, to be fair, it's probably just because of who he is and all that, probably better he's by himself because of security reasons. But, yeah. Like, that whole entire row is empty, bro, just for him. So, you know. What up, Zeke? Appreciate you being here, bro. Streamers are now skydiving for content. Nightmare was supposed to do this, but I don't know what's going to happen with that. This is going to be Nightmare, guys. This is going to be Nightmare. GG's, bro. Lunchbox, he bought that whole, they may have just reserved that for like VIPs or whatever, I guess, but whatever. Pizza Soup Comedy. We need to come together for the right instead of clashing for the wrong cause. Exactly. Like, to me, what's up, Bilal? If you start using freedom of speech to defend hate speech, that's not the right look, you know. I think if you want to protest or if you want to talk about how you feel about politicians, you know, celebrities, whatever, that you have the right to criticize them. I'll give anyone that. Obviously, freedom of speech doesn't cover like death threats, right? Because that's not that. But when you use, let's just say, right, a sake of example, you have the Triple Kappa organization, and then you have the Bravo Papa organization from like the 70s, right? You know who I'm talking about. And they're just talking back and forth, right, with hate speech, right? Eventually, like I said, one of those sides is going to act because of speech. And, you know, it's one of those where you have to have both sides of the coin to protect the right types of free speech and what it's meant to be, to criticize and, you know, be able to talk bad about the government and talk bad about the people in government, to hold like rallies, political rallies, to talk about, you know, what needs to change, and then build up for you to go to, you know, I guess go into the primary, go into the polls to try to be elected. That is free speech that should be protected. But the other side of that speech is the derogatory, the bullying, the calling out for no reason, the incitement speech. It's just, you know, but the issue is once you start cutting down one section of freedom of speech, the rest is a lot easier to cut down too. So that's why kind of with like the Second Amendment, right? There's talks about that federal registry, so everyone has to register the guns that they own, so that way if anything happens, they know what you have in your house. I'm totally against that, because that's people's right to carry, to, you know, to defend their home, defend their property, and, you know, God forbid some shit happen the way it was intended, to oust the government if it goes more into the World War II type, right? But, you know, there's a whole debate of the comma, like where the comma is, but I don't want to get deep into that. But I don't know, man. I've always said, just try and be the best person you possibly can. Treat others the way you want to be treated, and put yourself in other people's shoes when you think about certain things. That's how I try to live my life. You know what I mean? Like I've been an asshole. I've been a prick. I've went through life being arrogant as fuck, you know, thinking my shit didn't stink and all that shit. And, you know, I'm over it. You know, I'm a big believer in like karma, and like, you know, what comes around goes around. And, you know, just as long as you can be the best possible version of yourself that you can be, right? Nothing bad will come to you. Obviously there's fucking, you know, loopholes and, you know, one-off situations where you can't help certain things, but it's all about the energy you put out, man. You put out good energy, hopefully good energy comes back. And I never try to let people's words affect me. It's one of those where you touch me, it's totally different. But, you know, if people try to use words to get a rise out of you, if you give them that rise, you give them that emotion, you give them that reaction, they win, because that's what they want. But just be the best person you can, man. That's it. So Keno Casino looking at RTU. Yeah, so I'm sorry. Back up. Evidently, RTU had some pretty suspect things to say about the whole Charlie Kirk situation. He's a fucking idiot, but
continuing the theme of grifting off.
Yeah, RTU, bro. I can't. I truly can't, bro. Let's check out Keno.
Tragedy. Review Tech USA decided, rather than just not say anything, or
his voice is annoying. RTU decided. Like, come on, bro. I can't. I'm already pissed off.
Rather than express condolences for an American tragedy and condemn political violence, he would instead go after Charlie Kirk's widow.
Living my life with the two. Bottom line, God don't like ugly. Facts. God does not like ugly at all.
And expressed that her grief was fake and performative and for money. And it was planned as some sort of operation for money without any.
Yeah, so I'm not completely out of the loop, but I didn't get the fine details. But to say that his wife was involved, like, bro, like you're a piece of shit, RTU, for that. To say that the wife was involved in getting him killed for his money. Are you kidding me? Like, he's a tortured soul, and he's a person that lives miserable. So he wants to put his misery on all other people, and he wants to put his ideologies on other people to try to get them to think like he does. What's that saying? Misery loves company. Literally what we're looking at right now, bro. RTU is a pathetic piece of shit for saying that. Turn the volume up.
Real evidence for this at all, and he would just go all in on it in some of the craziest shit
Joe Pesci, what up, bro?
that we've ever seen.
This is actually the craziest thing you'll ever see. Guys, get ready. Now, I had to leave in this in the beginning, all right? Look at this.
He's stoned. Look at him slack-jawed, his mouth.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, bro. I hate, this is like a pet peeve of mine, but I hate when people just sit there with their mouth open. Like, close your mouth, bro. No one wants to see that shit. And people that eat and they smack with their mouth open, like, I hate, bro. I'm not a fan of, what's the word? What's the saying? Unnecessary mouth noises. I'm not a fan at all of unnecessary mouth noises. That is the most disgusting, weird, just cringe shit. Like, to me, it's like nails on a chalkboard for people, bro. So especially with the what up 199 sticker. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah, bro. Just unnecessary mouth, bro. Like, I just like, stop it, bro. I'll tell you a funny story real quick. So my father, the infamous, right, piece of shit, he would chew his food. I don't know if the mic will pick it up, but you know, like when people do like a T sound, but like, you know, yeah, like a small little like gap in their teeth. He go, tss. I know. He just shook his head. Tss. He just kept. I'm like, the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, God, that man's a piece of shit. Tss. Like, stop it. Stop it. All right, let me stop. Let me continue.
Gape.
Not paused? I swear. I'll zoom in.
He's a retarded gorilla. He's ugly.
I'm not. Okay, so I left in a minute.
Dead
here.
air.
A minute. This went on. I'm not even joking. You can check out the original for 7 minutes
Of just total dead air.
silence.
Oh shit.
Why did Nail Simmer get banned in the else? Honestly, I don't know. I heard them kind of talk about that. You got to remember, I'm just getting back. I had to go to New York for a celebration of life funeral of my wife's favorite uncle. It was whatever. But everyone got their closure that they needed, so that's what really matters. But yeah, I'm trying to catch up. I didn't know, like, I knew Nail Slammer got banned, but I don't know why he got banned. I don't know if anyone in the chat can help us out. But yeah, he was a big donator to a lot of the channels. I know that much. I saw him showing up on Double C's channel too, throwing him money. So we'll see.
Well,
Like, oh shit. Occasional, like, 7 minutes.
oh yeah. So what made me do that?
And then I clip that out, and then that's where it starts. It went for 7 minutes. I almost left the full 7 minutes just to torture the audience.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. Stream goal 125 by 9:30 for a 2:30 a.m. stream. Beautiful. Yeah, I don't know, bro.
I was this close.
Nobody.
Is someone wrote to me, I pray you never lose a spouse in your lifetime. And which
Yeah.
you're missing the point completely, which you are, but just
okay.
why?
What's the point? I hope you never lose. I hope I never lose a spouse in my lifetime. That'd fucking destroy me. Like my high school sweetheart passed away in her sleep. She was 19. That fucked me up. 6 months later, I joined the army, but that fucked me up royally when that happened. Like, I couldn't imagine like my wife now, like that. God, that would fucking ruin me. Nail Slammer got banned for making an inappropriate comment about Keem's daughter. I don't remember what oh, well, yeah, fuck you, Nail Slammer. Can't be doing that shit, bro. I remember when I was on Cafe and fucking what the fuck's his name? The dude that eats glue and fucking motor oil and all that shit. I can't remember. He was saying that shit. It's fucking, yeah. You can't be doing that shit, bro.
Just watch.
Just fucking watch.
Just watch. Look at this.
What are you doing?
This isn't.
I feel so bad for this woman, bro. I feel so damn bad for this. This is sad. This is so damn sad. I can't.
Body.
He pauses
already. I'm sorry. That's
Come on. So has he never been to a funeral before where somebody's trying to do a eulogy? And, you know, just the strength.
Shoe Nice. Thank you. Yes, Shoe Nice. So Shoe Nice was in cafe chat saying, I don't remember verbatim, but it was something to the effect of like Keem's daughter being the hottest one in the room or some shit. And and I was like, what the fuck, bro? And I got screenshot that and sent it to him, and we banned him on all the channels. And there was a locale live where Shoe Nice showed up, and that was a whole ordeal. Like, that was, yeah, you can't be doing that shit, bro. You can't be doing that shit.
Alone to be able to get up there and publicly speak about your husband and his life and his legacy, or about any family member that's died, is an incredibly hard thing to do.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, as tough as they might be, when they first get there and they try and speak, are overwhelmed by emotion like that.
Yeah.
And they cry. And Review Tech USA here is just going to weaponize her grief against her trauma against her, and say that that's performative. Let him face.
Yeah. So I try to be a very stoic person. I really try not to let my emotions get to me. That's just me being a man. That's in my own head. That's me being a man, right? I don't judge anyone else. I mean, I'll talk shit, but if you got emotion, let it out, right? Like on my last cafe, you know, I had come to grips with what was happening. I was cool with it, but just the words of all the supporters, man, that just gave me the kind of words that got to me, and it broke me. And I couldn't. I was good keeping it in, but it just, then at the end, bro, like, I was like, oh shit, this is it. I get it. And I'm not comparing it to this, but I'm just saying, like, when you're in a situation and you think you're okay and you're not, and you got to let it out, man. And this woman, literally, her and her children watched her husband and father literally get assassinated right in front of them. And her children are not of age to really understand what was happening. And she's trying to, you know, keep them at peace as much as she can. And to come up on the internet and to give a speech about her late husband, and knowing how many thousands of people are watching, it's got to be a lot on her, man. Like, you got to feel like, political or not, if you agree with people from a human side, you have to really feel bad for her for what she's going through. Because anyone else in this situation, talking about your spouse being assassinated and you got to address everyone, you'd be fucked up too. I don't give a damn who you is, bro. I don't give a damn anything. Like, it's sad.
Palming. What a fucking clown, buddy. What a clown.
And also, when people are presenting a eulogy, right? They are almost like telling a story, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
John, he was a great man. Anyone who knew him would know that he was a great man. But he'll be like, fake acting class bullshit. It's like, that's how people talk in eulogies, you fucking mongoloid.
Because people want to be positive and they don't want to offend the mourners and the grievers. Like, yeah, like, I don't know what to say. Like, this is insane.
Yeah.
Oh, why don't you mention how John would drink a bit too much on the weekends? Like, no. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man?
You're almost presenting it like it's a story for people to understand who this person was.
You know, like, it's one thing for.
Yeah. So we've all had, not we all, I should probably take that back. Let me rewind. Let me rewind. People, I'm sure, have had that relative that dealt in some vices and was abusing some sort of substance, alcohol, whatever. And when they succumb to it, right, I mean, you don't want to shit on people on their funeral, right? You're supposed to remember them. You don't want to do that. You want to think about, like, the nice times and the good times. And, you know, sometimes people, their personality, sometimes it's hard to really talk about good about them, but people, like, we see it in like drama shows and movies and shit where people shit on others, but that's not real. I don't think that's real anyway. I mean, I've only been to a few funerals in my lifetime, but yeah, not a lot of people really want to, you know, shit on people in their remembrance, right? But Lunchbox, I was raised to believe that showing emotion is a sign of weakness. But for a man in particular, yeah, I mean, I get that. I was raised to, you know, the man is the rock of the family and they have to, you know, hold it together for everyone else. That's how I was raised. And, you know, like being in the army and shit, you fucking just go. You don't think about shit. You just go. And your mind's in so many fucking places. I get it. I get what you mean. But let's continue.
Review Tech says when he cried over Jay. You know, he cried his eyes out like a fucking baby over his editor and him having a falling out.
That's
and
true.
he's going to judge other people for how they grieve. Fuck him.
Yeah. And this is nothing yet, folks.
That's theatrics.
What do you mean?
I'm
Holy
I'm not offended easily, but goddamn, this is actually offensive.
Even if
Yeah, it's theatrics. Fuck you, bro.
even if it was for rhetorical effect, who gives a f? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, man.
Why, like just take a step back and look at what you're doing. You have a grieving widow whose husband died right in front of her. She wasn't able to say goodbye. She's now having to raise her daughters on her own, and she now has the burden of trying to uphold her husband's legacy put upon her. And she's not a public speaker like Charlie was. She doesn't have all of the hours and hours and hours of debating and performing, and she's just up there trying to do her best to pay tribute to her husband. And
exactly right. And I know she wants to continue his legacy. If I remember right, she said this isn't over or something, like towards the end. She had like an angry look on her face, like she went from sad to angry. If I remember, I could be totally wrong, but I think I remember at the very end she said this isn't over or something, and she had that angry look on her face. I'm sure she wants to continue his legacy because Charlie Kirk touched a lot of people, you know, with what he said. And I mean, people may not agree with everything he said, but I mean, at the same, he had a massive fucking following, you know, and I'm pretty sure at some point maybe he wanted to go into politics, you know, who knows. But I mean, just to let his legacy die would be an injustice to him, you know, and people can say what they want. He died a martyr. He's literally a martyr for the Conservative Party now. And I mean, it's shit. It had to come to that. And it sucks because when you think of that political violence, you think of like back in the day, and this is how wars get started and all that shit. Right. But, you know, you got a case of, in my opinion, domestic terrorism because they're trying to, you know, silence political figures. You know, I see that as an act of like domestic terrorism. And, you know, who I really, not really, wrong word. Someone else well, anyways, the dude's father that turned him in, like he did the right thing because he went and told his father. His father, I think, was in the sheriff's department for like 20 some years and retired out. He did the right thing turning his son in. I'm sure that killed him and he didn't want to, but it was the right thing to do, you know?
To meet the magnitude of this moment that's so important in American history. And you, some fat, bald fucking retard living in your parents' fucking basement, is going to sit here and judge that? F you.
By the way, he didn't just die. He was killed.
He was assassinated in cold blood by a political radical who shot him in the throat, literally silencing his voice forever. And because you disagreed with that voice, you think it's a good thing and that him and his family should be dragged through the mud and criticized and scrutinized. How about you wait at least until his body is in the fucking ground? You scumbag.
Yeah. And I think it was a good move for Trump to let him use Air Force 2, I believe it was. And they did all that, and like with they did the appropriate honors for, you know, moving his body to there, flying with the body and all that. I think that was awesome that Trump did that. But, you know, like I said, I don't fully agree with all the Conservative Party, but I do think that it was a good look for them to do that anyway.
Well, you guys are mean and da-da-da-da. Review tech. Get a
Oh, the dad wasn't a sheriff. Okay, well, there you go. Okay, well, never mind then. But either way, like if a parent turning in their child for killing someone, that has to kill them, like regardless, right? I didn't know. Thank you, Amazing, for telling me that. I didn't know it was a false report. Like I said, I've been unplugged for a bit, but I appreciate you telling me.
Grip.
We got someone in chat here, Sock Wolf. He said this a few times, but he goes, Erica Turk and I were friends in junior high. An A-plus soul, always enthusiastic and genuine. Her lefty haters aren't worthy of shoveling her shit. R.I.P. Charlie. Yeah, fair enough, man. R.I.P. Charlie for sure.
It was
And then RT, you will see me say that. Oh, look what Andy's doing. Like, I can't say RIP to someone who just got murdered and assassinated in front of everyone.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Rich. Go ahead, Rich.
Let's hear your point. Let's hear it.
Left-wing pundit that I actually liked, and their spouse came out and did that, I would be like, oh, give me a fucking break. It's not just because it's Charlie.
Are you serious?
No. I don't agree with that personally. I think, you know, especially in this type of scope of who the person is, the spouse has the right to address whoever they want to address. I mean, in any situation, if you want to address people, if people are willing to listen to you, people are willing to listen to you, and you should address them, right? But yeah, I think RTU's way out of pocket on this one, bro. Way out of pocket.
Yes. That's, bro, come on.
That's monstrous.
She didn't even say anything or do anything. She's trying to gather herself before she speaks on the violent murder of her husband. Oh man,
dude. Oh man, this is the hardest edit I've ever had. I took 2 breaks because I was like rattled.
That is a weird thing to do. You are doing a pre-set up thing, and it doesn't seem like she was actually naturally brought to that point. Like she's thinking about him and showing.
What are you talking about?
I don't know, bro. Yeah, I'm over this clip. That's pissing me off. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I can't at all. All right, so let's get into some LCU shit. Let's get me caught up on the LCU. So one of the biggest stories while it was gone apparently was Nightmare versus Gidgey. And there was the whole what was said. They had arguments in VCs, and apparently it spilled out on balls. I know this is old to a lot of you guys. This is gonna be my first time. I'm seeing a lot of this. I kind of kept up a little bit in the Discord of what was happening, but I didn't really fully understand it. But I'm gonna go ahead and check this out real quick. The Dog Tomb, can you or you can't? I can't with that RTU shit, bro. Like, I don't give a damn what side of the arena you're on. You shouldn't be shitting on spouses and shit, like trying to do all that. Like, that's not cool, bro. That's not cool at all. All right. So I'm gonna start out when they come on balls, and I had to find this stream, and whatever. I'm not sub to them, but regardless, I got this. This is when they first come up there and they talk about the shit. So I'm gonna check this out real quick just to kind of see what happened. Put this up here. I don't know why you're automatically going to 480. Let's not do that. All right.
There you are, Gidgey.
Hello.
What the fuck? Rastoff song, 140 members. Okay. And then, I guess they got rid of the I'm eating the redirect. I guess they got rid of that finally.
Hello. So I went into voice chat. It was popping, and I'm like, "Hey, what's going on in there?" And I saw Steak and Sweetie, or no, Sweetie wasn't in yet. It was Steak and Nightmare, and they're like, "Oh, they're having a political debate." Well, shh, don't tell anyone. I love talking about politics. I do. I know we're not supposed to, and it causes, but I love political. If people are intelligent, which obviously the LCU is not the place to do this.
Yeah, LCU is not a political arena. It's just not. Like I know, like when Caint goes on Locale Live and he talks about it, and the crowd, he gets the audience riled up and they donate towards it. And then you got Wings in there being the contrarian and all that. And Boogie just going with whatever Caint says, whatever, right? But I don't think, obviously they had to address the Charlie Kirk things. That was a massive, massive thing. And that just had to be addressed. But yeah, to get into like political debates in I don't think that's the place for it.
But no, I'm joking. Swear to God.
I mean, you're not wrong.
No.
You're not wrong. You're not joking. No.
So there's a time and a place for it, right? But I've always been a master debater, both. Okay, anyway.
Why?
So I went into the chat and we were chit-chatting and talking, and
Amazing Maisie, Gidgey and the nepotism is the one thing destroying the network. I mean, you could say that. I know Caint said he loves Nuts and he loves Scooter and Albert or whatever. He thinks Albert's what's that? Albert's the next coming into the LCU to be the next big entertainer. I get it, but yeah. CIA, the Larry enjoyer, never mix politics with entertainment. Exactly. Because you're going to divide the audience. No matter what happens when you talk politics, you're going to divide the audience.
Mir was yelling at this person that I actually know and like. They identify as pansexual. Billy, I know you understand the difference between pansexual and bisexual. Rastov, you may not.
Not a clue.
Pansexual is it's basically like a deep dish. The pansexual is like a deep dish, like Chicago style sex.
It's the mind, it's the body, it's everything. Whereas a bisexual, like myself, or apparently, well, no, I think Nightmare agreed that he's both, because you can't have both anymore. See, here's the problem. The whole fight started because Nightmare thinks we shouldn't say pansexual or bisexual. Well, guess.
All right. As a straight white dude, right? I don't care, bro. Fuck who you want to fuck. I don't care. I've always said, as long as there's two consenting adults, or two or more consenting adults, because people get super weird now. I don't give a fuck. Do what you want to do. Just don't judge me on how I live my life, and I don't judge you. That's how I live my life again. But there was this dude I used to work with, and he said he was pansexual, I guess, talking about shit. And I was like, what in the fuck is pansexual? Because again, dude, I don't keep up with, all the genders, all the classifications, all the things, all the labels, because I don't care. I truly do not care, bro. Live your life. But I was like, he said he is pansexual. I was like, so what is that? And this is what he told me. He said, if they have a pulse and they're 18 years old, I'm fucking. I was like, what? I'm like, isn't that, I'm like, because again, I was ignorant. I was like, so you wouldn't be bisexual then, whatever. He's like, no. He's like, they can be, I learned what cisgender was that day. They can be cisgender, they can be trans, they can be, I guess, asexual, they could gender fluid. They could identify whatever they want to. If I'm attracted to that person, I'll fuck them. I was like, cool, so be it, bro. And then I guess bisexual is only for the cis woman. That it's too much to keep up with, guys. Just fuck who you want to fuck. You know, be 18 years old, at least, please, and live your life, bro. Live your life. I don't care. But I'm not going to keep up with all these fucking labels because I don't care to, because I don't care about how you live your life. You could say that's wrong of me, but who you fuck has no impact on me. It should have no impact on the conversation we're having. It shouldn't be the topic because I don't want to talk about it, you know, because it's, again, it's none of my business. But it's weird, bro. Like, all that, I'm just like, whatever, bro. It's have fun, bro. Nut who you want to nut in. I don't care. Get nutted in. I don't care. Just leave me out of it. Ken, we all know you weren't 18 for your first. I mean, that's another story. You were 28. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Not true, but thank you.
Guess what, buddy? Your generation's the one that fucked us over. Now we have 10,000 different identities. Back when I grew up, it was gay or fucking straight. God, wasn't life simple then. But now we have to identify and label everything because we have to make sure nobody's fifis get hurt.
They didn't even.
And
want
I
it to be
don't mean
gay
that.
at time
Listen,
either.
and exactly. And I am not taking away from the person that I stuck up for. That is Pan. Listen, we are allowed to identify as what.
This is the problem with these arguments, right? Because once you start going down the rabbit hole, you're going to offend people. The deeper you get into the rabbit hole, you're going to offend people. So trying to take back what you say or add extra words or try to over-explain yourself, you sound like you're an asshole, in my opinion. That's why I say, live how you want to live. I don't give a fuck. What's up, Joe? Hey, SpongeBob. What's up? That's why I say, live how you want to live. Don't judge me. I don't judge you. Consenting adults and 18 years old is all I ask. Just do that and have fun. But yeah, when you start getting to the conversation of different identities and all of that, again, you're going to offend people. It just is what it is. And you could try not to, but you are. That's why I tell people, I don't judge. Don't judge me. I don't judge you. That's all it is, bro. That's all it is.
Ever we want. Our job as humans is to accept it or not say a fucking word. If you want to say something, fine. But as hosts, you all pay to come in the Discord. And when you're attacked for over an hour because you feel you were disrespected, because you feel there's a difference between pansexual and bisexual, yes, I'm going to stand up and say something. So I did. And Nightmare said that, hey, I did.
I think it's funny, though, two bisexual people were arguing over pansexuality. I think that's hilarious. I'm sorry. I do find that funny.
This is when they were still talking about with the person. I'm not going to say who it is in Discord, okay? And now, mind you, Steak's in there, numerous mods. Anyway, so we were talking about that, and then she said, well, he did a skit on his show saying that pan and bi were the same, and I was like, oh, Nightmare, come on. You remember the whole racism arc when I did a shitty skit? You heard what?
All right, I get it. All right, so Nightmare comes in.
And has a tough time with comprehension. So I was like, all right, fine, I'll drop it.
You left the Discord? Sorry, Joe. I hate to hear that, bro.
Well, he gets angry, and I said, look, you're not winning this fight. I never said racism and homophobic. I never said that. But
approach life to learn rather than judge. That's facts. Amazing, Maisie. That's actual facts. I like that right there. Because like I said before, bro, they don't affect my life. Talk about Nightmare and Gidgey. I don't care. I just don't care.
He kept going, right? And again, I backed off. Well, it led into it. Dawson, holy shit. You have no idea. Just wait, Dawson. Just wait. All right. So then somehow, oh, I remember. He brought up Rastoff. Do you remember when? You may not have remembered it, but I linked a candy heart, one of those candy bras, right? And I'm like, oh my God, this needs to be the next goal for Scooter and Rastoff to eat off.
Yeah. So apparently that was a whole big thing because, hold on, let me finish this out.
Candy, right. Oh, well, Nightmare up here. Karen thinks that I am, this is where it went. I made that joke, Rastoff. And Sweet Tea was in here at this point. She's laughing her ass off because she thought it was funny. Well, he is a fucking Karen. Come on, we all know that. I was never the Karen. Why do you think he took Karen away from me?
Focus.
Sorry.
Get
to the point. Come on.
So anyway, he then says, bitch, I think you're weird as shit. I think you and your son have a weird fucking relationship. And I'm thinking to myself, well, Jesus, it doesn't take fucking rocket scientists to figure that out, right? I would say we definitely have a weird relationship. So then he says, bitch, I think you fuck your son. You have an incestuous relationship, and I can tell that you come from incest background. I leave. I'm
I wouldn't go that far. I don't know, man. All I'm saying is this, bro. Gidgey and fucking Scooter, they definitely have a weird relationship as far as how they talk to each other, right? Like, the shit Scooter says to Gidgey, I could never say that to my mother, entertainment or not. Like, I just could not do it. Again, if they have some agreement, like when they're on camera, they act like a certain kind of way or whatever. I get that, right? But even for entertainment, bro, like, hey, Ken, go up there and call your mom a bitch and a dumbass and shit on her and just talk down to your mother. I couldn't do that for entertainment, bro. I could not do that. Like, my uncles would fucking want to slap shit out of me if I ever did that for money. But again, we all know the conversations of how I feel about money. But regardless, right? It's just some shit you just don't do because it's a slippery slope, in my opinion. But for her to comment on Scooter wearing edible garments, it's also a little weird, right? Entertainment or not, that's a little weird because why are you thinking about your child wearing edible garments? That's my take. That's my take.
horrified. I leave. I'm horrified. He wasn't saying it nicely. He said it very mean. So I messaged Keem and Mike, and I'm like, I just got accused of fucking my son. Is that not a line that we shouldn't cross?
Nightmare.
And then, hang on. So Keem and Mike tell me, hey, go back in and record it. If he says it again, play it on Queens. Well, this fucking idiot up here, I go back in. He doesn't say it once. He doesn't say it twice. He says it 3 more times in the most god-awful. I'm not going to play it till Queens, bitch. I'm holding that. That's my fucking views. I'm not stupid, baby. See, the difference between you and I is I know content.
Oh, you know content? Yes, of course.
Siren Syrup just teabagged 5 people.
Thank you very much.
Let's talk about Gidgey's content. Yeah, let's call the black person the end.
All right. So it's, whatever. Let's hear Nightmare's response.
Anyway, bro, let's get the fucking Burger King
people.
Thank you very much.
Let's talk about Gidgey's content. Yeah, let's call the black person the N-word, bro. Let's get the fucking Burger King hat. No.
Let me finish.
Shut your fucking mouth all the time.
I'm gonna finish.
Oh my fucking god! What's this, like the dragons in Game of Thrones? Hurry up!
Do you want to hear
respond?
Okay, that's fine. So then I came back in after Mike and Keem said record it. He said it.
Tartan, welcome back to your streams. Can we miss your take on shit? Appreciate you, Tartan. Yeah, so I'm good. Everything's behind me now. All the trips and scheduled stuff. In October, I do have a long weekend to take my wife to Universal for her birthday, but outside that, bro, we're good. We're good to go. Joe Mama, get you the victim. What a clown. There you go. T Berry, that is gross to go to invest, although I expect it because that's what ignorant people say about a mother and son who's close. Yeah, I mean, me and my mom are super close, right? As y'all know, every Friday I go be a good son and take her out, get her groceries, all that shit, right? I'm not here to comment on anything about a mother and son's relationship. I'm not doing that. Do I think there's incest? No, not at all. I'd never say that. But I also think it's kind of weird for a mom to talk about a son wearing edible garments, especially woman's garments. That's a little weird to me, but pop off.
3 more times, and then I got what I needed. I left, came back in on an alt, and kept recording because I was given permission by my boss to record the Discord. And then we have Nightmare going off more. Then we have simps that are saying, oh my God, I can't believe she got offended by that. I think there were 2 of them, or 3 maybe. Okay. And everyone heard him. There's no mystery about what was said. I do have the whole thing recorded, so regardless of what I say, he says. Remember what Gidgey always says, there's 3 sides to every story. Mine.
All right, we got it. We got it.
Keem, I made you a promise, Keem.
Between joking and then
lobbing
she wants attacks at somebody.
To be fair, real quick, I'm so sorry. To be fair, real quick, I did not hear that whole entire thing. I was only saying that to her when I said Billy made the joke because people are going to point out, well, Billy made that joke and you didn't get mad. You know what I mean? It was one of those type of, but I wasn't there for it, so I wasn't attacking her.
People who can't tell the difference between playful banter and attacks are a problem that we can deal with too. Fuck you, people, for equating comedy with attacks.
Right.
There's a difference, and if you're gonna try and conflate the 2, then I'm gonna start giving attacks to you because I will defend comedy.
Right. Okay.
So here, there's a slippery slope with that. I understand what Billy is saying. There's a slippery slope. People can say off the wall shit, and then when they don't get the reaction they want, they can say, "Oh, I was just joking." Right. So that's the issue. Now, whether it was meant in any kind of way, you know, we'll never know, right? Like, was Nightmare being serious, or was it just a joke? Because once you see the reaction of what you say, it's easy to backpedal and say you were just joking around, right? Very easy to do that. I mean, look at what they said about me and the whole thing here, right? They said that I was backpedaling and I was saying it was a troll or whatever, right? It's just one of those things, man. It's easy to backpedal, and that's why joking and attacking, it's a thin line, because you can go quickly one way or the other based on the reaction you get. It's easy to backpedal. Very easy to backpedal.
Only point of me saying that is that's the only reason why I said it to her. All right, it wasn't to attack her because I wasn't there for it.
Okay, all right.
Well, she just said
there
that
we
she
go.
defended herself against your claim. So
All right, that's fine. That's fine. I want to hear.
Amazing. Billions out there falling apart too. So what I heard, they understood it, or they figured it out. Like, that's my last knowing of what happened, right? Hopefully, whatever. The frog, ribbit. I miss Ken needing the redirect. Well, there you go. Sorry, buddy. It tasted nasty. I had to stop eventually.
What Nightmare has to say. I need him to respond.
Okay. So the situation is, I have an opinion. Like, what did Batgirl on Cafe call me pansexual and bisexual? I don't believe there's a difference between the two. I think they're one and the same, to be fair. And I think
this all started because my former co-host. Got it.
And for some reason, it was brought up when I went into the VC. And I said, I think that they're one and the same. And I feel like the additional meaning of the separate word doesn't make any sense to me. It's just my opinion. Like, I told I was gatekeeping homosexuality and I'm homophobic and I don't know what it's like to really be gay or be a part of the community. I'm like, well, that's not true. And I give my experience. I was quite loud about it because I was like, how dare you try to invoke my experiences, because my opinion differs from yours or whatever. And she comes in and she just jumps on the bandwagon. And she says, your skit about pansexuality, about being pans. I thought, yeah, well, I made that skit because I was a little bit uncomfortable by having my identity being assumed or whatever. So it was just a fun little bit for me saying, well, I don't want to have sex with a pan, It was just a fun little bit.
Yeah, so this is where he's trying to take he feels uncomfortable in the situation, trying to make a comedy so he can deal with it or handle it any kind of way he wants to. And now it's getting turned around on him. This is what I'm talking about. Did you hear Rastoff want to change the name of Bus to Court? I heard about that shit. People were tagging me and talking to me about it. Here's the thing, bro, and this is no bullshit. Locale Court would work right now. It would. Because there's so many other shows, there's so much drama and all this other shit. Back when it was just the 3 shows and then Locale Court, it wasn't going to work. That just flat out was not going to work. But with all these other shows and all this fucking drama and all these hosts, I don't want to call them characters, but all these other fucking hosts having beef and going at it constantly, Locale Court would work beautifully right now. But back then, it wouldn't. So, but if Rastoff wants to do that, he can have fun with it. I truly do not care. I don't get offended by it. I think having the 2 community managers holding court is actually a good idea. But what they go with and what they do with it, I have no idea how they would do that. Also, how they would really monetize court, I don't know how they would do that either. But again, that's just I don't think about that. But regardless, though, have fun, bro.
And she was trying to compare that to her racial skits, to which I thought was fucking ridiculous. So that she's on with the skit with the Burger King hat and the fucking handkerchief and the chocolate and fucking whatnot and the chicken. And I thought, well, hang on a second. That's not a comparable fucking skit at all, to be honest with you. And then she said I'm being homophobic. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. 50% of me loves cock. To be fucking quite blunt about it. It doesn't really make any sense, right? How can I be homophobic and I fucking
That's a good point. I mean, if he's bisexual, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think that way, so I don't know really how to think that, but that'd be like me saying, well, I guess in a way you could say straight men can also be misogynistic, right? You can say that, because I love pussy, but men can be misogynistic, right? I get it.
like penis? Let's be fucking real. I like penis, not like vagina. It doesn't make any sense.
Verdict behind a paywall. Verdict behind a paywall. That's fucking hilarious. Lunchbox, I agree, but Rastoff and Quasimodo running it, I'm not a fan of. Well, though, that's up to them to figure out if they do that. That's up to them.
It goes into, and she's trying to bait me, and I was like, fuck you. And it got into a point where I was like, I think, to be honest, if we want to go into anything that's fucking weird, I think your moral grandstand on racism and you fucking trying to do this is fucking strange comparison. I think you and your son have a fucking weird relationship. Yeah, because I genuinely think that if you're telling your son to buy edible underwear, it's fucking weird.
That is weird. I 100% agree with you. It's weird. And I guess trying to have racism versus homophobia. I don't know, man. I think at this point we're grasping at straws, just trying to make an argument. They're just trying to have some sort of drama. Personally, I think that Gidgey's take was fucking horrible. The Burger King and the red fucking bandit, that was fucked up. Then like the chocolate face, it was just real fucked up, right? I hated seeing that shit. And I think that was way worse than a bisexual person talking about they don't believe in pansexuality. That's just me. But whatever.
Personal opinion. My mother knows what I do for a living, and if she ever told me to buy edible underwear, I'd be like, get yourself medically evaluated. You're not fucking right. Like, that's fucking strange. That's my personal opinion. And you know why I said it? To annoy her, because she fucking tried to get under my skin by fucking with the homophobic comments and try. You cancel the rest of the LCU hosts, because I know 99% of the fuckers on this fucking panel.
Hold on.
You got anything else you want to add to it?
But like, did you say, and I pray everyone watches tomorrow to understand why and how I feel about this. I think that's gross. And I think that you're going to do a moral grandstand on incest. Gidgey, I really hope you've never made a comment about Sweet Tea being inbred or anything, which is, by the way, let's see you cancel the rest of the LCU hosts. Because I know 99% of the fuckers on this fucking panel and on the shows in general have made 1 or 2 incestual comments about fucking Sweet Tea.
Yeah, so the whole Appalachia thing, because the whole incest is fucked up, right? Like, did it happen? Yes. You can't argue it didn't happen, but just to typecast everyone from the mountain saying that shit is fucked up. And there were some comments going around about, I remember that shit, and I get what he's saying here. Like, you can't have your cake and eat it too, right? So I'm just saying.
But it's not out of fucking sincerity. It's not like we fucking genuinely
living my life. Rastov is forever trying to get Kent's attention. It's a way for Rastov to keep himself relative. I wouldn't say that. But I get what you're saying though. Like, yeah, I'm over it. There could be punishment, fines, prison would get like temporary bans. You could get life or death sentence and be Voldemorted, etc. No, like, I get that, but how do you monetize that? Like, all right, guys, if we get this goal, they're guilty. If we get this goal, they're banned. If we get this, like, I don't know. That, again, that's up to them to figure out. I don't think that would work out well trying to monetize, but again, I don't know.
We believe like she's a fucking inbred piece of scum. We don't believe that. It's just a bit of fucking like humor, and humor can be used in a harsh penalty in some cases. But I just think it's really, really silly for they try to invoke.
Apparently, no one wants Rastov's song. I don't know if that's like a thing, but 25 members. Cool.
Angry Grandma's live stream moments, and Gidgey is live with us.
Yeah, I think it's weird to invoke that when you've when she's made such like horrific racial remarks. I just think that's really, really insane to me. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Okay, he's gonna keep looping. I know y'all are getting ready to wrap up. I just wanted to say real quick that there is so much more to this story that I'm not going to go into here because it's not the time or the place. Everyone's asking me to play it. There is a reason. There is a reason that what this man did and said and the way he said it tonight has affected me the way it is. And I swear to God. Oh, and by the way, he said if he did say it, he wouldn't apologize.
No, I wouldn't. No, you're absolutely correct. Take the fucking joke, Kent. You're a racist piece of shit. Why the fuck?
So what happens when it doesn't sound like a joke?
Okay, well, fair. Take it how you want.
That's the argument I'm making. You can make a joke or be hateful. It's a thin line, and we're literally seeing this happen in real time. And I know Billy feels the way he is because Billy said before, religion or comedy is his religion. I get that, but a lot of times when joking with people, there's always going to be some sort of insult, right? There's always going to be some sort of dig at somebody. Always is. I mean, you can see how comedians, when they heckle fans, they're talking shit to the fan based on how they look, how they're dressed, how their date or their person, partner, whatever is with them, how they look. There's always some sort of shit talking when it comes to a joke. So having the moral grandstand of like, you can't say this shit to me, I don't take it as a joke. Who do you side with? The joke or the person offended? That's the issue.
If you genuinely think I truly believe you when you said have intercourse, and that's on you, Pimp. I don't believe that truly. I said something to offend you because you were saying horrific shit to offend me. Deal with it.
She lied about being great. I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
Like, fucking deal with it. It wasn't out of fucking complete
Thank you for the promo, guys. I appreciate it.
But I genuinely think you're a piece of shit if you think that like fucking racism is okay and this is suddenly a fucking, oh, we need to cancel this person. Like, you're fucking scum. That's my opinion. That's genuinely my opinion. Like, either all of it's okay or none of it's okay in this scenario. But I think if you're gonna,
I think we get the point. I love you, Nightmare, but he tends to loop like a motherfucker, bro. So apparently they did their world tours and all this shit. And I guess Nightmare quit the LCU, or he said he was going to quit. And he actually started his own channel. I meant to pull that up. Oh, man, come on. Where are you at? I suck at this. I'm out of practice, guys. I'm out of practice. I am way out of practice. So, yeah, this is Nightmare's channel. 265 subs. Hell yeah, bro. Y'all a bunch of lizards. There it is. Oh no, so he's had his channel. Never mind. I guess he's starting to do some shit with it. I don't know. Good luck, Nightmare. So I guess he started picking his channel back up. Maybe he did something with it. I don't know if maybe he just had a free YouTube account. I don't know. So then the Nightmare comes up, and Yo Mama was prepared to do a solo stream. Let's check this out.
Cold pansexual or whatever, right? Well, this is gonna get fucking like kind of twisty sideways. Just bear with me on this bullshit. And I was like, I didn't find it comfortable that someone assumed
to say that they're incest.
Hold on.
She just inserted herself in the drama
about the pansexual thing.
It wasn't. I didn't even think she knows. She just got inserted. She just came in and started like throwing shit and started calling me homophobic, which I'm like, doesn't make any sense. 50% of me likes penis. So what the fuck are we talking about?
No, because
it's a really fucking stupid.
Tartan, tone has a lot to do with comedy. If it isn't, if it's being shouted at you as reported, then that's not a comedic tone. That is true, right? Body language, voice inflection, how you're saying it, the audience. What have you been talking about prior to that? I get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying. But again, that's one of those where you have to be able to read cues. Right? You got to be able to read subtle cues, read people's body language, read the situation, read the room, understand the person. There's a lot that goes into it. But I definitely get what you're saying. That's a great point.
Argument to fucking make, to be quite frank. But she was coming at me and giving me fucking shit. And then his son got brought up. And I said, I think you and your son have a fucking weird relationship. End of. I think if you're telling your son he should buy edible underwear, I think that's weird and gross. I'm sorry. That's my fucking opinion.
It is.
but I mean, to say that they're incest is like.
Well, this is the thing. You've got to let me finish the fucking story. So with all due respect, just kind of like, I don't recall like legit like fucking.
So we heard this already. I don't want to loop or whatever. I'm just gonna get to where Yo Mama talks to him.
I had conversations with you about, as far as, VCs and stuff like that. And I mean, you came out of the fight with Tommy the same, like people argue with you to get a rise out of you and then try to push you. Yeah. And the trap was set. Once she left the Discord, she went to Keemstar immediately, got permission to get the record the VC, came in the VC with a wire on, straight up wiretapped, and then got you to say exactly what she wanted you to say.
Yeah. I don't believe I said it at all.
She literally got you recorded saying it.
But but fair. But what I'm saying is,
I mean, that's a great point. Like she did what she wanted to do, and she got the rise, and I'm sure she fucking provoked Nightmare. If I remember hearing right, he had been drinking a little bit or whatever. So obviously, whenever Nightmare gets drunk, he's a loudmouth and he says what's on his mind. He doesn't care about optics or anything. So, I mean, Gidgey got his ass 100%. Lunchbox. Technically, every channel and every account on YouTube is a channel, whether it's used to create anything on or not. All right, well there you go. Learn something new every day, guys. I did not even know that. God, I'm a boomer. I've been out of the loop too long. Fuck.
If she's pressured, like pushed me to say it, then fucking okay, you got what you wanted, right? You literally asked me to do it. What the fuck do you want from me? You tell a drunk dude to come say, oh, are you saying this? Are you saying this?
I wouldn't use it. I wouldn't use the drunk excuse. I wouldn't use the drunk excuse.
I wouldn't use no drunk excuse. I don't give a fuck to be honest with your mama. I genuinely.
So Keem came in. Let's go and get to that.
I just want to say, I'm not really taking a side in this, but I would see from your guys' point of view that it's like would come across sneaky for me to give her permission to record. So I want to just defend myself in this. I'm sick of all this shit happening in the Discord. This type of shit should happen on the fucking shows, right?
Right.
Keem's been preaching that for a very long time because he's like, too much drama happens in the VCs. That's why he wanted to get rid of the VCs to begin with. Because when people go in there, the thing with the voice channel is that it's instant, right? So there's not like, you don't need to go on a show. You don't need to bring the person up or allow the person to come up, do the introduction, do a thumbnail, schedule the stream and all that shit. VC, you just hop in that motherfucker and you just go, right? So I see his point. And a lot of times whenever it gets into the VC, I guess it dies down or people talk or whatever. They have disagreements, they talk it out, whatever, right? But it's just, I don't know, man. T-Berry, winter's coming, Ken. We're going to have to be inside. I want to have a good show to listen to, get all the restlessness out and have a good show. I'm looking forward to it. Appreciate you, T-Berry. Thank you so much. Yeah, like I said, I'm definitely going to be here. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait to keep this going. But that's kind of Keem's whole point with the VCs. And because he wants this on the show because drama is entertainment, right? So I get what he's saying there. But the setup for the streamer, having to wait for the next show, it's, I don't know. I see both sides, I guess. I do get it. I do get it.
If Nightmare's going to say something as crazy as he thinks Gidgey and Scooter are fucking each other.
But this is what I've discovered, though. I don't believe I said that before she started recording. I don't believe I did. And I'm finding out from people in the chat, people that were present saying, well, no, you didn't say that. When she came back, she was saying, are you saying I fuck my son? Repeating it over and over to me until I was like, fuck it. Yeah, you fuck your son. So what the fuck is that about then?
all I'm saying is when Gidgey came up to me upset, right? I am assuming that Gidgey wanted me to punish you. And instead of punishing you, I was like, no, if this really did happen, record it. Like, save it for your damn show. Because I'm so sick of these damn VCs and all this craziness happening. And then it's like, we don't even know what really happened, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My question to you.
Tarzan, VCs are the value of the cash cow membership. If you remove them, then there's not a lot of point of being in the server. Yeah, exactly. It's a double-edged sword. I agree with you, Tarzan. It's a double-edged sword, right? Because the other thing for Keem, because I was thinking about this as I was saying it, that you can get a lot more viewers on a show than just like the 20, 30 people that are in the VC, because not a lot of people use VCs. Not a lot of people even use the Discord. Like if you go in there and look, you see maybe the same 50 names, maybe, and there's over 1,000 people in that motherfucker. So you'll get more eyes on you on the show, but I guess VCs are just easier because it's instantaneous. So it's a double-edged sword, but Tartan, I definitely see what you're saying as far as the VCs being one of the biggest perks for the membership. Totally, I see that. But again, it's one of those where you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. That's how I see it. But good point, though. Great point.
You though is I noticed something though. I noticed you figured out what's going on with Gidgey and her son Scooter. I think Keemstar figured it out a little bit late, but you started figuring out that these two are like basically chameleons. They basically go around and just like you had that criticism towards Nightmare, and you sat there and you said, damn, Nightmare, you spend all day on the VC. But then I've noticed, and watching yesterday, if you clock it, they spent 14 fucking hours, each one of them taking a shift to go on every single show. The only shows they didn't go on, of course, because they don't like test us, and they didn't go on live. But I found them to go on every single fucking show for 14.
That's wild, bro. I could not imagine doing that. Like you cannot have a life, bro. If you're really doing that, you cannot have a fucking life. And I understand they're new, they're trying to get their footing in there. Like, Queens, you could say it's successful or not. That's up to the person. They're still like a top 3, top 4 show, in my opinion. Nuts, they're on an up and coming show. Fucking Scooter's another community manager, whatever the fuck, right? I see it, but you have to have a life. You have to. That's why I told her, and it's like Zay's on vacation right now. I'm happy, bro. You need to go out, and people say the whole touch grass. No, fuck that. Get a change of scenery. Get a change of scenery. Go somewhere you've never been before and just enjoy you and your person's company, because it is so valuable to do that and just to unplug, give your brain a break from all this dumb shit and come back refreshed and ready to attack. Like, the biggest drawback is being out of the loop. Like when I went to fucking St. Thomas for a week, I was out of the loop like a motherfucker. Me going to the funeral celebration of life's best weekend, I'm kind of out of the loop like a motherfucker. I get that. But mental health and mental sanity, it's worth being out of the loop and just playing catch up. That's just how I feel. Boom Slayer, what up, bro? Thank you for being here. I'm doing awesome. Thank you for asking. All right. But your mama has a point here, though, bro. You being on all the shows like that, you can't. You truly can't.
Hours, and then had time to be in the VC, had time to be in the goddamn Discord, and that's why people don't even fuck with the Discord anymore, because they're like, all we do is see Scooter and nonstop Gidgey commenting in every VC, jumping on every goddamn show. They literally, I'm calling Gidgey the next P. Diddy. She want to be bad boy. She want to be in every goddamn video. She want to be on every goddamn song. She want to be on the spotlight and talked about everywhere. And I think yesterday, because I find it funny, because I think Keemstar figured it out, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, they did this whole campaign of fuck Albert and fuck Tina, right? They did the whole thing, and Keemstar played along with it. Keemstar sat there and he said, you know what? Wait a minute. I'll play along with the whole little thing, blah, blah, blah. But then when he found out, when she took that low blow at Tina with the fucking Albert stab people thing, and Keemstar had to sit there and he had to defend that shit on his whole show, that's when Keemstar got pissed off. And then he had a phone call with Scooter. He had a phone conversation with Scooter, and then Scooter found out that Keemstar is actually serious this time and said, you know what? Fuck off. Go do the show how you want it. I want Albert, but you want this guy gone. Wait a minute.
Fucking put the fucking cool.
That's facts, bro. I mean, the whole Stabbert thing was happening for a bit. They were going in on him and shit, and then all of a sudden, instantly, it was the backpedaling and the apologizing, and I think Queens did like a stream airing it out for the 10th time, and they're trying to come together for the 10th time, and all this other shit, right? That was definitely kind of weird that all of a sudden it was instantaneous that shit happened like that. Good call out by your mama. And then Gidgey, no, I want to drag him. What's this about?
Conspiracies about.
No, it ain't no. It ain't.
She doesn't care.
No.
Wait, bro, you just got called out in chat. You said you don't even give a fuck. You just want to drag me. Are you fucking stupid?
But listen, bro. I'm trying to tell you. No. Okay, dude. No, it's not that, bro. It's not that. Shut up, bro. I'm trying to tell him because he knows what's going on. I'm trying to tell him he knows what's going on. Now, listen, he figured that shit out. So he basically told Scooter, had a real conversation with Scooter, said, damn, Scooter, you're fucking, you know what? You're fucking my shit up. Do whatever you want. That's when they backpedaled. That's when on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, they went on a whole campaign to get rid of Tina and Albert. On Wednesday, those two motherfucking adapters backpedaled. They did a whole backpedal of, you know what? We really like Albert. You know what? Tina, you're the queen. Because they figured that Keemstar wasn't fucking with that shit no more, and he figured it out. Because they did that same shit in that Ku Klux Klan community that they came from. Gidgey was part of a goddamn community, did the same thing. Came in there, and the top guy, the top Klansman, was loving Gidgey. Oh, you're the great, blah, blah, blah. She kissed ass all the way to the top. And then she started flexing. She started flexing her wings around, started attacking people, and da-da-da. And those people were like, what the fuck? Who the fuck are you? And then the top dog figured her out and said, wait a minute, all you want is a spotlight. You're a clout chasing goddamn chameleon. That's what you are. He figured it out. And that's why we got all those videos of her hopping on panel saying all that racist bullshit, trying to be the
damn, Yo Mama. Fuck, Yo Mama is cooking right now. I mean, I don't know much about her past and all that other shit, but if that's where she comes from and she's just trying to get clout and say like the dumb racist shit to try to stay relevant, some dumbass community that says that shit and believes that shit, it's fucked up. It is weird though. Gidgey, like I showed this before on when I was on the after show. Gidgey was in the after show chats, so she's definitely been around keeping track of the LCU for a while and all that shit. And if I remember right, she knew Tina, like Tina knew her some shit back in the day or whatever. So Tina used to be a part of some other like hardcore drama communities, and then that's when Savage comes into play and the Pirates and all that shit. But we all know that history. But this is wild, Yo Mama saying this shit. Like that's, yeah, I get it. I totally get it. And then Gidgey saying that she doesn't care, she just wants to drag him. That's I guess she's trying to just keep some drama going for the shows. That I have no fucking idea, right? But that is definitely interesting though that she's saying this. And then again, to Yo Mama's point of the backpedaling after 3 days, it was pretty instantaneous. Like there wasn't no like gradual thing. It wasn't no let's come to some agreement and then let's try to fix this shit. No, it was literally instantaneous. That is a good call out. That is a great call out.
Biggest clans person in the planet saying the hell Hitler bullshit. Listen to me, you fucking idiot. I'm getting to it. She did that same shit over there in that Ku Klux Klan community. They figured her ass out, and then that's when she spazzed out, and the main guy was like, you know what? Fuck you. Get the fuck up out of here, because you are just a chameleon and a clout chaser. Period. And now yesterday, Keemstar figured that motherfucking shit out, and that's why they're backpedaling. Go ahead.
What a fucking whole lot of fucking nothing burger. Yes, we know she's a fucking piece of shit fucking racist. I don't need you to fucking point that shit out. Right, again, I've got a literal...
Trying to be racist for clout, though, that's pretty fucked up. That's pretty fucked up. I'm just like, at what point is it enough? Like, at what point are we just like, you know what? This is it. I'm good with it. I'm happy with it. This is wild, bro. If that's true, that's fucking wild. I'm gonna be racist so I can get some clout. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. I can't. I really can't.
Receipt from her that she literally says she doesn't care about the fucking incest comment. Look at this. She doesn't care. She just wants to drag me. So what that tell me is she's a cancer. She is the cancer that Boogie fucking faked. That's what it tells me. Cry fucking.
He's a cancer that Boogie faked. That's fucking hilarious.
Mortgagey, cope and seethe, you fucking pussy, you little Karen fucking bitch. That's what I gotta fucking say. Fuck this conspiracy shit. Let's talk about the actual fucking elephant-sized tumor in the fucking room, which is this fucking retard right here. Facts. Why are we not talking about that? Bruh, you talking about fucking Ku Klux Klan, this and shit. I don't give a fuck. She's just a racist piece of fucking shit. Who gives a fuck?
What I'm
you expect to be fucking surprised about the shit she says and does when she's a literal fucking...
Hold on. What was that?
Racist piece of fucking shit. Who gives a fuck?
What I'm spitting.
What is this? Is that dad? Is he trying to be dad? I can't, bro. Well, he just skips. Never mind. It just dawned on me. Never mind.
You expect to be fucking surprised about the shit she says and does when she's a literal fucking retard that says these horrific things and then cries about it on fucking Queensman, comes into our VCs and goes, nah, it's still a word, I still stand by that, you know? And then drops the fucking ass for Gidgey. You are a fucking two, my love. Genuinely. You are sucking the fucking life out of everything you attach yourselves to. Genuine, bitch. Shut the fuck.
But she's a former racist. She hasn't been racist in a month.
Fucking, God damn it.
I don't think that's how that works, but pop off.
I don't believe she's giving it the fucking what's his name, okay?
Hold on, she's on a diet.
Dude. Like John came in.
Well, I don't know
if I remember right, John was in the VC and he kind of says some shit. I mean, it is what it is. What is this? Hold on. I'm sorry, chat. I did not expect that. Never mind. Oh, there it is. What is this?
and fucking viewers. That's what I fucking remember. I remember when Queens used to do really well. Used to be number 2 show. I remember when they used to be top of their fucking game. It must really, really suck that you got to jump so many fucking hurdles, and yet still somehow managed to sink the fucking ship. He's absolutely fucking right. You got your battleship fucking sunk, bitch.
I can't. Let me go back to them talking. Let me do this real quick.
Oh yeah. Well, I know about.
Because this is the thing about them, right? Or Nightmare. I love you, Nightmare, bro, but you do tend to loop. You loop a lot, and I'm not trying to like do that or whatever. But I saw Your Mama's Dad. I know that I wanted to watch that, but whatever.
I think she's a fucking cunty individual. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, but Nightmare, can I just like when Scooter came in here saying the shit he did, I would have been like, "What are you doing? Trying to defend your girlfriend? Like you either got to go with the bad guy that you're being, or
the Karen. He's got to be both. He's got to be the Karen.
So I guess Scooter hopped in and he just kept kicking him. I guess
Karen and the bad guy. He's the Karen with the tattoo.
That's a bad look, bro. Like if that's content, like you're not content brain at that point, but pop off.
Recording. Send me the fucking recording then. I know it's been spoken about so much. I'm assuming it's gonna have me saying all sorts
of Karen with the tattoos, man. Like
I don't care about recording.
When you kick Scooter when he comes in, it's an automatic L.
It is. It really is.
It's also what he did to me on his show. So it's like,
but you gotta be because you gotta be the bigger. It's not the bigger person, but you gotta be the bigger content creator.
You about like fucking morals and.
It's not about morals. It's just like, oh, because he did it, I'm gonna do it. We're not 13 just because he did it. Doesn't mean when you want to have a conversation with him. Oh my God! Now you want to be Becky?
I need a Caint sound. I'll work on sound bites. I fucking Caint. Boom. Because we got the fucking nukes dropping. We still got that shit. Right. But yeah, we'll definitely get some sound bites.
Oh, mama, what the fuck you told me? You literally nitpick at everything Billy, Xylee, and Rostov does because you hate them. Because you're pissed off of them. You are like the most ultimate petty, and you're gonna try and tell me what I can and can't be petty about? That's crazy.
Yeah, but I stand on it though. But I stand on it though. If Xylee had no.
Yeah, I'll give Yo Mama. He can be petty. He can 100% be petty. I'll give Nightmare that, but he does stand on it. He doesn't back down. He doesn't do any of that shit. I get it. I totally get it. But he can be a petty dude.
If I listen, no, there's a difference. There's a difference. There's a huge difference. There's a huge difference because just like Keemstar said, just like listen. Just like Keemstar said, if I trash Xylee on my goddamn show and Xylee hopped on his goddamn panel with me, bro, it'll be a back and forth going. I wouldn't be like, you kicked me off a rewind, so you can't be here. I wouldn't do that. I'll stand on that goddamn thing. That's the difference between me and you, Karen. That's the difference between me and you, Karen. You are a fucking Karen. You can't handle nobody going back and forth with you.
You just lost the argument.
What argument?
I can't be petty, but you're the most pettiest fucking human in the LCU. And like you just like, oh yeah, but you stand there. So do I. I stand on being petty.
No, you don't, because Scooter was just here and you didn't want to have a conversation with him. Oh no, you kicked me from my thing, so I'm gonna kick you. You're gonna kick me. I'm gonna kick you. You did a whole junior high thing right now.
That's why I did it.
Okay, man. You're right.
Cry about it, man. What the fuck? Like that's crazy.
Yeah, you probably did piss him off by kicking him for sure, right? But to the audience, it just looks like you're scared to deal with what Scooter's got to say.
They just think what they want.
I mean, that's a good point. Like if you're beefing with somebody and they hop up, bro, you got to go. You got to go at them because again, you got to be content brained, right? You got to think about content and all that shit. Obviously, if you kick someone, that is your choice. And you have all that right to do it, but it's not a good look to the audience and to the rest of the, especially in the LCU. It's not a good look to the LCU or the other hosts to keep doing that because they're going to drag you if you do that shit. So I definitely get what Yo Mama and Keem are definitely saying here. You should have let him up there, did his fucking thing, and just went at the dude. Golden fucking content, clippable moments as well. But,
Don't care. I just don't fucking care, dude.
Nightmare, come on, dog. Like, we're trying to help you, dude.
What do you want me to do? I just don't fucking care. Like, bro, we're talking about an incest fucking joke. Like, fucking cry me a river. Who gives a fuck?
Well, we're trying to help.
Who fucking cares?
You're not listening to us, so do your thing. Do what you want.
Ken should host the main show if Keem steps down. The studio's mess. Nah, they don't want me to host the main show, bro. No, it wouldn't happen. I also have an IRL job at night that I refuse to quit because I learned my lesson, bro. Trust me. I was never going to quit my IRL job to do this and being let go. I'm glad I still got my fucking job, Notorious. Nightmare will stand on principles and drill into you. CD-ROM was an example when he went in on him and CD-ROM tried to defend himself and it flipped. Yeah, definitely. Lunchbox, pettiness runs deep in the LCU. Seen it too many times. I mean, to be a content creator, you almost have to be petty, especially when you're beefing with someone. You have to be petty. But like your mama said, you have to stand on it. You can't waver back and forth. You have to stand on the pettiness. Eris, what up? Appreciate you being here.
Do what you want, dog.
Bro, we could have been over this like fucking 45 fucking minutes ago. And we're still going into this.
No, man, because bro, I'm just telling you, bro. I'm like you helped me out and you gave me a way out with the S1K thing. Oh my God, that's a perfect example. I was going fucking bonkers, and you was.
I remember that shit because if y'all remember, your mama was this close to doing a fucking IRL threat on him or whatever, and he did all that. Nightmare kind of, I'm not going to say talked him off the ledge, but he talked him into just kind of letting it go. So I'll give your mama that. I definitely remember that as an example.
Sitting right there, and I was going nuts on S1K, and you sat there and you told me your mom.
Is Nightmare really gone? No, he's not. Nightmare's still employed. He was going to quit because you got to think, before this stream, he scheduled something on his personal channel. It was like a drum thing or whatever. But he was planning on it, but I guess he decided not to.
Mama, stop. Listen, just no. Let me finish. I know I was outlandish and I was crazy, and you gave me a fucking way out. You said, "Yo, mama, stop yourself. Stop right here. I'm trying to get you to calm down. I'm trying to get you to understand. Just get it and say you were sorry. You made a mistake." And I said, "You know what? I caught myself. You helped me out." And I said, "All right, my bad. I went too far. My bad with S1K. I don't want to put my hands on him. I don't want to see him at Fat Camp. I don't want to do none of that." And I had my pride. My pride was at an all-time high, and you gave me a way off the fucking.
Pride is a motherfucker, bro. Straight up. Because I know if Pulp Fiction, my favorite movie of all time, when Marcellus was talking to Butch, what's that thing? Pride or whatever. Pride fucks with you. Because it does, sometimes it keeps you from making the right decision, you know? I definitely get it. I mean, I've let pride get in the way. I'm a very prideful person. And that's a sin, and I need to be better about it, right? I'll tell anybody that. But it's hard to let pride go when you have this image of yourself. It's really hard to let it go because you almost just have to kind of roll with it, you know, and not really care about how people see you. But how you want to present yourself as a person and like that, the stature and being stoic and being that hard ass, you know, that's how you want to present yourself to people. So you embody that, right? And that's pride. That's thinking very highly of yourself, thinking you're not saying your shit don't stink because that's being conceited. But, you know, pride is a very fine line, and it is hard, especially for men. It's hard for a lot of men to put that shit aside. I agree with your mama there.
Off-ramp. You gave me an off-ramp. You helped me out. And I took your advice right there in that moment. I took that advice and I stopped myself. This is the problem. Now when I try to help you and give you the same thing and be like, you can just dead this. You know, I'm with you. I know what Gidgey is and I know what Gidgey's doing. Here's the off-ramp, bro. Just say, you know what? I'm not going down. I'm not getting dirty with you. I'm not getting in the mud with you. My bad. I made a mistake. I apologize. Okay. I'm moving the fuck on.
Okay, cool. Here's my statement on it. Fuck Gidgey, okay? I don't care. Gidgey can go fuck herself. She can go fucking cry and fucking bitch about on Queens. I don't give a rat's ass.
What about Scooter?
Fuck Scooter. How about that? Why don't we just fucking double down?
So is this going to be a threesome? You're saying fucking...
I can't, bro. I can't. Yeah. Let's see what else they keep looping.
All 24 of them, but I'm gonna have another one right now. She gonna bring the white tears.
Yeah, they're basically done. All right. So apparently Queens happens, and this is Gidgey talking about stuff. Let me see. Where are we at? I had timestamps for this. Here we go. Let's get into this. Oh, so also I guess it came out that Gidgey had some issues with her father when it came to stuff, and when the incest comment hit, that kind of fucked with Gidgey because of that, right? That's what she's saying. Whether that's true or not, I have no idea. I'm not going to speak on that because I hope to God it's not true, because that no child should deal with any of that shit. But you know, all right, let's get into it.
Sit down.
I'm joking. So I believe.
Well, now we know why they call Nightmare. He likes to give fucking victims nightmares for the rest of their life by bringing up their past.
Would you say shame is the opposite of pride? Both can cripple you. That's actually that's a deep question, T. Barry. Yeah, probably. But I've never been, you can be shameful of acts you do, but to just feel shame, like you're a shameful person. Look at that show Shameless, right, on Showtime. I thought it was pretty funny. It got a little too weird for me, and I quit watching it because it just got a little too far out there. But I definitely see what you're saying. That's a big brain one there, T. Barry. Lunchbox, that's the point I've reached. Took a long time to get to the point I can let people think and say what they want. and me not react. I honestly don't care enough to entertain it. Yeah. I mean, I definitely get that, Lunchbox. Like, I still need to work on that side of me. I'll fully admit that. I mean, here on the internet, fine, whatever, right? It is what it is. But I'm saying, like, in my personal life and how I am as a person, I'm a very prideful person. I like to keep a certain image, right? That's just me. And I need to work on that. I fully admit I need to work on that. But, you know, all right, let's get back to this.
Damn. Well,
son, like they've done to me. And it's funny how, I don't know if you know this in your country, motherfucker, but in this country, you don't re-victimize girls or boys who've been touched inappropriately by their parents. Motherfucker.
yeah, that's where I know the thick, thin skin thing came on and went back and forth. And it's like, that's why it hit me, and I actually came out and said something by mistake yesterday. That is not the silence I'm breaking. The silence is his quote-unquote joke, or he didn't say it. That's what I'm going to prove. He did say it maliciously. And here's the deal. Had you just have apologized? That's all you had to do. That's all you had to do. At that point, that's all you had to do. When I came back in and said, say it again, all you had to do was say, no, it was disgusting. But you double down. Then you went on Rewind. Then you triple down. Then you went on your show today and you quadruple down. Thank God for...
So this is what I'll say too. Showing weakness like this, especially like being on the internet and showing some type of emotion, people know what's going to fuck with you. And some people just do not have hearts, right? Like some trolls, some people don't want to fuck with other people. They can say whatever they want behind the keyboard, because to them, once they leave this and go on about their life, they don't think about it. They just want to say shit to get a reaction out of you. So when you're vulnerable and you say something that really fucks with you or some shit that happened in your life, people want to use that against you to try and vote some type of reaction, right? And, you know, that's just how the internet is, right? Especially in the drama community. That's just how shit is in the drama community. And people need to realize that shit. Living my life. Don't let them rate space in your head for free like I do with my hate for Rasta. Here's the thing, living my life. When I leave this, I don't think about it. Like it's not worth it. I go on about my life and I live the life the best way I can. I just come up here and do a show, and I just try to be as entertaining as I humanly can. And hopefully people find me entertaining and they enjoy my takes on things. It's obvious, like I fell out of that. Like I got 58 people here. Thank all 58 of y'all for being here and watching me. I really do appreciate it. Before I went on vacation, I had like 200 and some odd people watching me. I guess I fell out of the algorithm a little bit. Once I do more and more, I think I'll get back into the algorithm. I'll go back to what my normal time was, which was like 10:30, 11. But you know, just trying to get back to normal on some form of normal, whatever. Like I said, this weekend, I'm planning on doing a really long stream. I'm gonna have some shit to react to. I'll probably do maybe some gameplay. Y'all can see how I am in Call of Duty, because I think I'm pretty damn good at Call of Duty. And, you know, just fuck around, man. And people want to come in and chill and shoot shit, I'm cool with it. But definitely gonna be planning some shit for this weekend. Trust me. But let's get back to this.
Yo mama trying to save your ass, but then yo mama flip-flopped. So you know what I have to say to Test? Nothing, because nobody watches them, so it really doesn't matter. Sorry. I did find it funny. Yo mama said that shows that don't make money should be reevaluated and get new talent.
I think that's gonna happen. I think that is gonna happen.
Hi, yo mama. How do you feel about that, Tina? Test said that they should reevaluate shows that don't make money. They brought money into it. Now, mind you, we still have the goal to swim with sharks, alligator, do something with a fucking alligator, and jump out of a plane, okay? All three of those things are happening, but he can't pay an artist.
Yeah, so there was the whole Chanry thing, and, you know, that came back up because Chanry was, I think Caint paid Chanry at some point, but boom, so it'll come. I know it'll come back. I'm not sweating it. Because like I said, guys, I cannot look at this as a job or I'll fucking hate it. I look at this as a hobby. I just enjoy doing this, right? So let's do this one. Yeah, 2148. Let's get to that. T-Bear, there's definitely a difference in making sarcastic jab at someone than making a genuine remark to be funny. There is, but not everyone feels the same, or not everyone's line in the sand is the same. So that's where the issues come in, right? I agree with you, T-Berry, 100%. But people feel differently about certain remarks made to them based on their personal life and personal interactions with people and their history with things, right? So that's the issue. You have to generalize one thing in order to appease individual masses. And no matter what you do, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. That just kind of comes with the territory. So I guess Gidgey plays part of the audio. So let's hear it.
I'll be arguing with everyone in that situation. LOL. You're catching strays and basically called your incest fam. Go in there and shut him down. Simple. Who the fuck cares if you're attracted to pans? Okay, you like men and women. I don't know what they are, but okay, I don't know nothing about pansexuals. I don't know that.
Who accused me of fucking my own son?
Hold on, I just want to make sure.
Him down. Simple. Who the fuck cares if you're attracted to pans? Okay, you like men and women. I don't know what they are, but okay, I don't know nothing about pansexuals. I don't know that.
Who accused me of fucking my own son?
You stupid thick cunt. Shut the fuck up, you dumb bitch. Fucking hell. Finally, I get other people.
Now, Hugh, that was just for you, just so you understand. There was no joking involved. It's going to keep going, but there was no joking involved. Actually, you know what?
Understanding what I'm saying, and understand it's not a point of ignorance. It's a point of keeping
other people are letting you talk.
This is steak.
No, fucking steak. Shut the fuck up, bro. You're just too much of a fucking pussy to speak your real opinion. Because you're a fucking bitch, bro.
Why don't you go back to me? Why don't you go back to talking about me fucking my son?
Well, I think you are fucking your son, to be honest with you. There, I said it. You happy now? Like, what do you want me to say?
Oh man, good old fucking Nightmare. Nightmare doesn't care, right? And he was a little drunk, if I remember. He said he had some drinks or whatever, because they made a joke like he didn't drive, right? But that's beside the point. The one and only Puss in Boots. Good to see you live, Ken. I just got off work, so glad I catch you. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here, Puss in Boots. Nightmare doesn't give a fuck what he says when he's drunk, because he just doesn't. It doesn't bother him, so he'll just say it, right? So here's my thing. One and only Puss in Boots. Welcome to the King Caint Alliance. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for that. So if you look here, my boomer ass can't zoom into this. It's an hour and 19 minutes. So if I remember right, Zalia brought up the point of what all was she recording for an hour and 19 minutes? Because according to Keem and Mike, they just told her to get Nightmare admitting to saying this. She did say she went in on an alt and just recorded. So that means she's recording a voice chat for something that she had already got. That's a slippery slope, because a lot of people don't like the idea of voice chats being recorded, especially because it's voice, because that can be used against you. And there's no sense of this is paywall content. Because if you're recording it and you're going to use it on a show, that's considered paywall content, like members only streams. That's paywall content. You can't use it. And having an hour and 19 minutes of pay content that people pay to be a part of, you're going to show it on a show where anybody can watch your show. That's not a members only. That's a slippery slope, bro. I don't know the point of that, but pop off.
Did that sound like a joke?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
It ceases being a joke, and he knows your past.
Yes.
And that's the part I would have, I was cool with the jokes, because Nightmare was doing the incest jokes not so much, or Yo Mama was doing them not so much, Nightmare, and I was okay with it. And I had to tell Scooter last night that it did happen, and that he does know it, because he couldn't figure out why I was so fucking livid about it, right? Because, yeah, it pissed me off. It was stupid. All he had to do was apologize, but he kept doubling down and doubling down and doubling down.
That's the problem with jokes, right? If you know someone's trauma and you're joking to them about it, they can be okay until the point they're not, right? And I hate to use this as an example, right? Because this is the easiest way I could explain myself. Consent, right? Consent is there until it's not there anymore. Because there's been court cases and issues and whatever where man and woman consents to everything, and then all of a sudden she doesn't want to anymore. And then she said she feels pressured into continuing. That's where the gray area is, right? And in the eyes of the woman, there is no gray area. In the eyes of the man, he could have thought whatever, right? That's why you got to be careful when it comes to shit like this. With Gidgey, she was okay with the jokes until she wasn't. And then at that point, it became an issue. So it's a rough area to tread. It's a rough road to walk, because at what point is it not okay anymore? And when it's not okay anymore, how are you going to feel about it because it was okay then? It's a fine line, bro. It's a real fine line. Real fine line. I was fortunate enough I never dealt with any of that shit, because just, whatever. But I would hate to be in a situation where some shit happened and the girl told me like she didn't consent to shit. I would feel like a shitty fucking person, I would, and I'd fall over with myself, apologize if I could figure out how to fix it and all that. Like, I'm knock on wood, I'm fortunate that never happened to me. But to be in that situation, to give your consent until you don't anymore, then what? You know, what do you do with that? It's a fucked up line, bro. It's a fucked up line to cross.
You know somebody's history. When you shared the fucking story about your own self as a child being touched inappropriately. You
And
came out.
by the way,
apologize.
I want to announce to the 17 or 1800 people in here, Queens members only stream will be tomorrow at 2 p.m. I am so excited. I have got something special planned for you. I think we're going to do some IRL before we do Queens.
Yeah, so Caint gave all the hosts permission to do one IRL stream a week, whatever time they want to. They don't care. I think that's a good idea. I know when it was first announced, I was like, damn, I wish I had this, right? I wish I had this fucking go ahead, but that's beside the point. You have respect for women. That's why. Yeah. So I was raised by my mother, my great-grandmother predominantly in my life. So I was raised a little differently. You're like, yeah, like was I a player? Was I a fuck boy? What did I just go out or what? Yeah. I mean, I did that. Every dude does it. Right. Or whatever. I'm not gonna go deep into that, but, yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. Like I'm not some savant. I'll never say that, but I mean, I got my fair share. But regardless, right? That's beside the point. It's a slippery slope, man. It's a real slippery slope.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, Michael be
Well,
here.
we
I
have
gotta
to do one. You're fine.
I have to go to Dennis tomorrow.
All right, so they basically kind of touched on that. See if there's anything else from Queens you want to look at. Oh yeah, so there was a whole big thing, I guess, with your mama banning people or whatever. That became a whole thing. I mean, I don't know if that's really an important. I mean, I guess it's important to Queens, right?
Red donut for it.
Yeah.
Here's the good news. I figured out who was banning people in your chat.
Fuck you, Caint. God, you fucking.
Because they figured it out. They showed some screenshot. Whatever. That's not really that big of a deal. I mean, that's small at the end of the thing. So Nightmare comes on, and let's get into that because that'll be good drama.
Did you lie and say you DM me?
$7.33.
I never said
I'm
I
from
DM'd
England
you.
and we don't support Nightmares BS. He shames England. Great Britain emoji.
That's great. I'm not English. Anyway, apparently I have people
W's
telling
in
me
chat
that.
if you want him gone. If you want him to stay, L's in chat.
Okay. I have people saying that you literally have told people that.
Well, remember, real quick, Caint said he don't want to do that shit anymore, right? If they hop up there, they're gonna talk their shit. Let it happen, right? Because this goes back to the voice chats being where the drama happens. If a host hop up there paying to kick or whatever, he don't want that shit anymore. Like he wants this on camera for the audience, and I get it.
You DM me about something to do with your dad?
Okay, Nightmare, I have never said that I DM'd you because I've never DM'd with
Okay,
you.
no. So you've spoken to me something about doing your dad or something like that? Like you never once spoke to me about that? Apparently people tell me that's what you said.
Tina.
Wait, doing your dad?
No, something to do with your dad.
She was in the BC. You were right there, Nightmare, when she told everybody what happened to her and her dad, bro.
That's not true. That's
Tina
bullshit.
was in there. Tina
That
was
is bullshit.
in there.
That's bullshit. Tina wasn't there last night for Saturday. That's
It
actually
wasn't last
bullshit.
night. It wasn't last night. It was 3 fucking months ago.
What do you mean? 3 months ago. Which date? When?
I'm done. I'm not doing this with him. Listen, here's the deal. He doesn't know how to take account.
Oh,
that's
you
three
were lying
times.
on my name.
That's three
Okay,
times. Fuck you. Caint, I swear to fucking Christ, get him out of
Okay,
distance.
but you were lying on my fucking name. You were lying on my fucking name. That's not fucking fair, dude.
I'm not
You're
lying.
lying on my name. You're saying you said Tina, shut the fuck up. You're saying you said things to me in private.
Sorry, guys. I love Nightmare, but sometimes when he gets amped up, it's hard to understand.
And you're just expecting me to be fucking.
You're nasty. Telling somebody they fucked their son is goddamn nasty, Nightmare.
Fucking
Goddamn.
nasty, bro. You're
Bitch,
nasty.
you
You're
will
fucking
let-
lying on my name.
Nah.
You're fucking scum,
I'm
Gidgy.
done.
Go fuck yourself.
I'm
Yo,
done.
fuck yourself.
Let him have. He's got his own little show to talk about. He doesn't need to be here. I've proven
Here's what I'll
mine.
say about that. I will say Gidgy has told me this privately.
Sergio Pesci, yeah, I know. I think Big E brought it up and I addressed it. If Rastov wants to do that, bro, he can have fun. I don't care. Locale Court would work now a lot better than it did back then because you have all these like shows, right? And like all these hosts with the dramas and all that shit. Having like one place to hash the drama out would be very good for the network, I believe. But, you know, it's neither here nor there. But it would totally work right now. And with him and fucking Scooter being the community managers, fine. Let them do it. But yeah. Redirect to Loltau test. Thank you, Sequi. I appreciate it.
Before this. It happened.
He just said I fucked my son too. Did you just hear that?
Yeah. He said that?
Yeah, he said go fuck your son too. What the fuck?
So Gidgy told me this story privately, not the stuff about Nightmare, but told me the stuff about her dad. Right. And I heard before this the stuff about Nightmare knowing about it. I wasn't there for that, but Tina heard it, Gidgy heard it, and I think there were some people in there that heard it too. So
It was a full voice chat because the reason Mike found out is because Tina went to Mike and said this dumb bitch is sitting here talking about all her personal shit, and she was right. She was right. I should.
I'm gonna skip ahead to Nightmare coming back in.
All right, hear me out. I will actively apologize, but I want you to admit you were lying about that VC situation. You did not speak to me 3 months ago about anything in the VC. I want you to admit you were lying about, and I will apologize for everything.
I don't need.
So here's something about Nightmare people don't realize. Like he'll go in the VC, he'll just chill for like hours. He'll be muted, he'll be deafened, whatever. He'll just be in the VC, right? He touch some grass, Nightmare. I love you, bro, but please touch some fucking grass. But you know, maybe that's what happened there. I don't 100% know because obviously I wasn't there. I'm not involved. There's a lot of, maybe that's why I wasn't great, because I wasn't as involved as others, because I actually have a life. That's beside the point. Sunshine or no, Tommy said he's keeping lockout court with Cafe for Ken. Thank you, Tommy. I appreciate that. You know what I should do, chat? You know what I should do? I should buy the powder wig and the whole entire fucking get up and just do it here. You know what I mean? Just fucking, Caint Court. Ken Caint Court, KCC or some shit. Just fucking do that. I think that'd be hilarious. But no, I can't do KCC because people will turn that to some weird fucking racist meme. I can already see it now. Oh man, Lunchbox. Look how court is the unhonorable Judge Rastoff, baby puncher, and Quasimodo presiding. That is beautiful. Welcome to Caint Court. I am Judge Ken, here to rule on this dumb shit. Let's check it out. That'd be hilarious, I think. All right, let's get back.
KG, that's not fair.
First of all, what you did wasn't fair, knowing what you knew. That's bullshit, Nightmare.
I didn't know it though. You're
this
lying.
Is gonna piss me
You're
off.
lying.
This is gonna.
You're lying. Why are you lying about this? You're already winning. Why do you want to double down? You're already winning, Gigi. I'm losing. Can you not tell? Everyone fucking despises me because you're reacting this way. But why are you trying to say I knew? I don't know a fucking thing about you. You know I don't know anything about you. How dare you lie about why? Like, what's the fucking purpose?
Dev, what up?
What's the purpose?
I wasn't in any. What would the purpose be to make that up?
3 months ago, you weren't
bitch.
even a part of these shows. You were with fucking.
Want to see my paycheck?
What was it?
Want to see my paycheck?
We're going about
bitch,
June?
I'm on my 4th month. I was here in June, bitch.
Oh, right, okay, you were here in June. Fair enough, my bad. But I wasn't fucking speaking to you in fucking June.
Ken, we might need you too. Come on, man. Like I ain't gonna do that. That'd be hilarious though. But I ain't gonna go on Cafe, man. Like that's their show now. That's their audience. I'm gonna let them have it, right? But it would be funny.
Or July.
And you didn't say what I played on the recording either, did you?
What? About me knowing about your dad? Because I didn't know anything about that.
No, about what you said last night.
About how you kept saying, oh, so you think I fucked my son? So you think I fucked my son? I went, yeah, sure, absolutely, yeah. I gave you that, right? I'm willing to apologize for that. But how dare you fucking lie on my name and say I knew about a situation with you and your dad? I have fucking no clue about your life. I still don't even know what the fucking reference is. I'm assuming it's something really grotesque. But
no,
I generally like. Well, I don't know. But you're saying I know. This is the fucking thing. Like, I didn't watch your streams. So I have no fucking clue about anything.
Tina went to Mike after I said it in the VC and told him.
Okay, I wasn't there then. I'm telling you for a fact I wasn't there.
So Tina and I are both. We've decided. So Tina
I'm telling you, you're lying. I think it's really fucking disgusting that you're fucking like. Because either you know that you're lying, or you're genuinely some fucking serious confusion. It's one of the two. You take your fucking pick. But I don't know fuck all about your family.
Have you ever been in VC and not even paid attention to the conversation inside the VC?
Yes, he has.
I have.
Yes,
fucking many times, but let me tell you, I don't know a fucking damn thing about your fucking dad.
All I say is who was in there, and there was only 10 of us in there.
I'm telling you, I wasn't fucking in there when that conversation was being had.
Well,
you can shake your head and look disgusting.
I mean, to be fair, with Nightmare, when he's in the VCs, he's very vocal and people know he's there. He loves to talk to everyone. Not a dig, but I think that if Nightmare was there and this story was being shared, he would have commented. He would have said something. That's just who Nightmare is. That's who Nightmare is as a person. I can't fucking talk as a person. So I believe him on this one because he talks. If you're ever in the VC with Nightmare, that motherfucker loves to talk. So I'll give him that. I'll definitely give him that.
Still all you want, but I think it's really fucking gross and perverse that you would put that on me because you know I don't know fucking shit about anything.
Exactly.
You're right.
You came into that VC yesterday to bait me and get a response. I give you a response. I'll apologize for. No,
don't make me mute you. I want to say something. This is my show.
You insert yourself. I'll apologize to you, but I don't want you to fucking lie on my name.
Let me talk.
No, don't act fucking passive with me, cunt.
I can act any way I want. This is our show.
That's cool. But you're a fucking lying cunt.
Oh, am I? Just like you.
You know, Becky lied, Becky cried. Do you remember that fucking saying?
Do you see tears? Do you see tears?
No, I didn't see tears in her face at the time either.
Yeah.
But you're fucking lying on my name. I think that's really fucked.
And you lied and said you didn't say what you said, right? You want me to keep playing it? You want to hear how many times you said it?
I was shit-faced first time. The first time, I don't believe I said it. I think
you were drunk. I tried to use that excuse.
There it is right there, bro. The drunk. That's why getting in this shit drunk is not a good idea. That's why I never did the drinking stuff. I mean, I'm not supposed to drink with my meds. Yeah, did I drink on vacation? Fuck yeah, I did. Why not? Right? But I I didn't drink a lot, so. But regardless, that's beside the point. That's why alcohol and this does not mix well at all, bro. Like I would definitely not do that.
When I said
no, I'm not using an
words-
excuse.
Oh,
I'm
well,
not using an
sorry.
excuse. What I actively I've said on balls and on Aussie, on Aussie, on balls, sorry, and in the VC as well. What I've actually said is, I don't believe I said it, but even if I did, fuck off. I don't care. Like that's what I said, right? But many, many times. The clip that you played, you came back in and you kept trying to bait me to say it. So I gave you what you wanted, right? But the original clip, it wasn't even me. John came up and tested and literally said it was him that was saying it.
Oh,
so what do you have to say? The original clip before you left and asked for permission to record.
You want me to play what? John, I didn't ask for permission.
Yeah, so when John was up there before on test, he was basically saying how like Gidgey was saying Nightmare was saying shit when it was actually John saying things. John's the type of dude, he doesn't fuck around. Like he'll say what he says and he'll admit what he says. He ain't gonna pawn it off on someone else. That's not who John is. John's also not gonna take the hit for anybody else because that's just not who he is as a person. I met him at Fat Camp. Who he is in VC is definitely who he is as a person, right? Not taking nothing away from the dude, but it just is what it is. Redirect to Nuts. Should I redirect to Nuts? I don't know, man. I don't know if I should redirect to Nuts. Maybe.
To record. That's where you're
My
wrong.
two favorite hosts are fighting.
You did.
Crying face emoji.
I know, Corinne. I'm so sorry. I never thought, Corinne, this is
Well,
not.
smug your act then. I think it's fucking gross that you put your dad's situation on me, to be honest with you, or whatever. I don't know
I'm
anything
gonna
about
mute
it.
him for a
I don't
minute 'cause
want
I
to know, to be
can't
honest with you.
talk.
I'm going anyway.
Okay,
You're fine.
all right,
But I think
fine,
you're fucking gross for lying. I've given you...
Okay. So what I do want to say is, let me ask you this. I was
Off the olive
winning.
branch before
How
I take
many
you down,
times
cunt, okay?
are you going? Oh, take me down. Yeah, okay. Okay, take me down, please. I'm waiting. Because we've already seen the worst Gidgey has to offer, bitch. So here's the deal. I won last night. I had the recording. I knew about it. Yes, I got a little...
I'm paying attention to your Rastoff comments, living my life. I'm not going to talk about him. It's pointless to talk about him at this point. I said I wouldn't talk about him anymore, so I'm leaving it alone. If he wants to take lockout court, let him take lockout court. I don't care, but I'm not talking about him anymore. I told him I wouldn't, so I'm not going to. So that's basically that on Queens. And then did anything happen on the next test? I don't fucking remember. It doesn't matter. I mean, y'all get the gist. So that's basically the whole Nightmare and Gidgey situation. What happened yesterday? I don't care about Matan. Like, I just don't. I don't know who the fuck he is. I saw his channel at 500 some odd subs. Hardworking Cat, what up? I'm here. I truly don't care. Bus, I don't really care about Bus either. Yeah. I guess that'll be it. I mean, yesterday was not really thing to me. It's just not it. I know Keem kind of wants to leave. He's been talking about that for a while. He wants to take like a week off or the rest of the week off, like a mini vacation. I get it. He's probably stressed out. Matan is hilarious. I mean, I'm sure he is. He's just, I'll check it out. But I mean, if it's like a one-time thing, it's a one-time thing. I ain't too worried about it. There's no real story progression to Matan being there, right? It's just like a one-off, right? So it is what it is. Doug Savannah, thank you for sticking to your word, Ken. Yeah, exactly. Matan has 1.28 million subs. I mean, awesome. Good for him. Like, there's a lot of million-plus sub channels out there. That's just not my cup of tea, right? But, I mean, I'm not taking nothing away from the guy. But in the grand scheme of things, I'm a storyteller. I like telling the story. And I think Matan was a one-off thing that doesn't really going to have any prudence to the rest of the story. So, I mean, nothing against him. I'm sure he's an entertaining person. I'm sure people love him. But if it's a one-off show, it's a one-off show. Not my thing. All right. And then, yeah, that's basically that. I guess we'll leave it there. Look at the cafe clip. Let's check it out.
Is it okay if I go to the bathroom?
What's wrong
really
with
quick?
you? What's wrong with you going
Huh?
to the bath? What's wrong with you? You're supposed to
Dude,
go-
I've had like 5 cups of coffee this fucking morning. I'm on a roll. I'm drinking
Just getting like me. I love it. GG's back, girl.
a lot of coffee.
Go to the bathroom. I'll do an ASMR. Go ahead. Cut.
Cursed ASMR.
And now, live from Batgirl's toilet.
Oh, that's hilarious. That is fucking hilarious, bro. Can you dance to Fat Girl Summer, Kenwell? No, I'm definitely not. Oh, that's fucking great. That is fucking great, bro. I give it to Tommy. That is fucking hilarious. Oh, that is great. That is fucking great, bro. I'm sorry. That is amazing. That is fucking. Oh man, I'm happy he got my show. If any, I'm so happy he got my show because I would have never thought of this. That is amazing. That is shout out Tommy. Thank you. Thank you. That is amazing.
Put your boobs together for the Misogyny Minute!
She back.
Misogyny Minute.
Why do girls take so long to go to Caint? That's what I want to know.
I don't know, bro.
You feel better?
Yes, I feel infinitely better.
Your husband put a microphone in there.
Huh?
Yeah, he talked to you. He thought it'd be really funny if you put a microphone on because apparently I got really bad gas. And he thought it'd be funny.
Oh, me? I have bad gas? Yes,
Yeah.
I have IBS.
Do you really?
Yes.
Well, that's what it sounded like. You should go back to you check the you wash your hands.
Oh, that's beautiful. Shout out, bro. Shout out. That's amazing. That is fucking amazing. Oh man. That is awesome. I'm happy Tommy got the channel. GG's, bro. I would have never thought of that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would have never thought of that. Oh man. Well, tomorrow we will get in here and go over some stuff. I think this is a good place to end it. I'll go and redirect the test because I don't want to redirect to nuts. Nothing against them. I just don't want to redirect to nuts. But I appreciate y'all. You know, the super chats I got, the memberships I got. Thank you guys. You know, that is awesome. I greatly appreciate it. Any support is greatly appreciated. Like I said, I'm not here to beg and do all that other shit. That's just not who I am as a person. Yo Mama not hosting live. Oh yes, they want there was somebody Yo Mama hosting Lolcow live, and they wanted to put that on Rastoff to find a host, or wanted Rastoff to host. What I'm curious about, like no bullshit chat, is Keem said he wants only one show per host. That's what he wants. So I'm curious to see what happens because you got like Billy and Rastoff, right? Are they going to stay? I don't see them staying with Balls. I just don't. Because I think personally Bus makes way more money than Balls. And I also think Rewind makes more money than Balls. I could be wrong. But I don't know. I don't know. And then you have Xylee with Reaper in Rewind. I'm sure she'll take Rewind over Reaper. That's just me. I think she'll end up doing that. It's going to be interesting. Sunshine, you're killing it here, Ken. I'm proud of how far you're coming. We can thank you so much. Sleeping Angels, I appreciate you. Thank you for that. Big Show, what up, Ken? Back from vacation. I definitely needed that vacation. Hope all is well with you and everyone here in chat. Thank you, Big Show. I appreciate you. Yeah, like I said, I fell out of the algorithm. I think I literally had like 60 some viewers at the top here. I don't care. Before I went on vacation, I had like 200 and some. And I mean, I'll get there again at some point. It's just consistency. That's all this is. Leave a comment. That'll help with engagement, right? We should set a goal for the Popeyes lunch next time. I don't want to do goals, Sunshinery. I don't want to do them because that's not who I am. Fuck. I may just do it because Popeyes and Hot Ones came together. I may just do that. Because I really don't want to do goals. That's not what I'm here for. Man, I appreciate it, though. But we'll see what happens. I'm going to send you guys over to test. And, yeah, we'll see what happens on live. We'll see what happens on live. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your day. I hope it is prosperous. I hope it is amazing. And I hope nothing but good things for everyone happens. I'm going to do this outro real quick, and you're going to be sent over to Locale Test. So I will see y'all tomorrow. And real quick, leave a comment on some shit that y'all think y'all want me to look at. Because like I said, I want to do ARG deep dives. I want to do like analog horror deep dives, because I'm actually into that shit. I want to do like military shit deep dives, because I love being I was in the Army. I love the Army. Do all that. Getting away from like LCU content. You know what I mean? Like, I'll cover LCU because that's my bread and butter. Like, I know so much about this shit. Like, it's just crazy. But I do want to do other content than just that. I did say that my buddy I was in the Army with wants to do like movie reviews with me. So I may do that. You know what I mean? With him anyway. I'm trying to get Double C to do an interview here, bro. Thick Gemini. I really want to get that dude over here for an interview. I've been going into his chat, donating here and there. He added me on Discord, so we're Discord friends now. So I may be able to get him to come up here one day and do an interview with me. I think ARG alternate reality games, bro. I could do hours. I could do hours on ARGs, bro. I love them shits. There's so many from back in the day. But yeah, like I said, just leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think. It also help with the algorithm. All the likes I got today, thank you so much for the likes. I think I got even likes to views, and that's awesome. I really do appreciate that. Anything to help the algorithm. Duck Savannah, sports, baseball playoffs about. Sorry, yeah, I definitely want to get into sports. I'm probably going to start my own channel with my brother-in-law because he wants to do sports with me. I'll probably do it more than him, but I kind of want to keep sports separate from here because, to me, this isn't a place for sports. I mean, I could talk about big stories, but I'm very passionate about sports topics, and I want to kind of have a sports audience and a this audience, right? So that's just kind of how it is. But yeah, like I said, guys, just leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think. Certain shit y'all want me to look at, like talk about, because I got a lot of shit I'd love to talk about, but I'm all about the audience here. So whatever y'all want me to react to, whatever y'all let me know. But we'll see y'all tomorrow. Take care, everybody.
Lights flash, orange shadows crawl. Caint rules and will never fall. Heavy crown, heavy chains. King of chaos driving insane. Rise up, feel the grind. Twist the clock, lose your mind. Caint, he's the ruler of the faint. Caint, broke through the cafe, now unconstrained. Oh, he's the beast you wanna tame, standing tall with a 6'5" frame. Caint. Masked in smoke, crowned in flames. He whispers riddles, plays his games. Threads of gold burn in his grip. Truth gets twisted, it starts to slip. Run now, hear the call. Caint's kingdoms will never fall. Rise up, feel the grind. Twist the clock, lose your mind. Caint, he's the ruler of the faint. Caint, broke through the cafe, now unconstrained. Oh, he's the beast you wanna tame, standing tall with a 6'5" frame. Caint.
Yeah, right on Caint.
Caint. Masked in smoke, crowned in flames. He whispers riddles, plays his games. Caint, he's the ruler of the faint. Caint, broke through the cafe and now unconstrained. Oh, he's the beast you wanna tame, standing tall with a 6'5" frame. Caint. Ken Caint. Ken Caint.
May have some merch ideas too. More to come. Take care, everybody.